You're listening to Elite Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. Game coverage begins in 1 minute. You're listening to Elite Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. Game coverage begins in 30 seconds. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is Elite Media Network coverage of NCAA basketball.
Pettiford just gave it right up. 3-on-2. Isaacs for three. Got it! A&M has the lead for the first time since 6:43 to go in the first half. Up top, Fleming all the way. Rejected. I mean, an absolute swat.
From Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, it's a Big Ten matinee between the Wisconsin Badgers and the Indiana Hoosiers.
Comes in for the win. Good if it goes. Got it! He got it! Unreal! Wow, Mississippi State. Great extra pass leads to the two-hand flush for Bauer. A beautiful opening possession.
Now, here's Mike Morgan and Jon Babul.
And we welcome everybody inside Assembly Hall here on the campus of Indiana University. It's another Big Ten clash between two longtime rivals, the Indiana Hoosiers and the Wisconsin Badgers, meeting on the hardwood for the 181st time all time. Welcome everybody alongside Jon Babul. I am Mike Morgan. Brian Dancel is our studio host. You'll hear from him throughout today's action, getting you up to speed on everything else going on in the world of college basketball. Today in the Big Ten, this is definitely one of the premier matchups. Two teams right now that would be in the NCAA tournament. Both would be 9 seeds, according to Mr. bracketologist himself, Joe Lunardi. Indiana comes in 15-8, 6-6 in conference play. Wisconsin, winners of 7 of the last 8, 16-6, 8-3 in league play. That would tell you they have the upper hand in this one, but not necessarily. The odds makers actually have Indiana as a slight favorite in that ball game. And with that, we send in Jon Babul to make some sense of all this. Jon, you look at these two teams and the drastic change in style of play for both teams with relatively new coaches. The new coach, of course, for Indiana, and Coach DeVries. The coach that stands on the sideline for Wisconsin, Greg Gard, he's been there a while, but he has changed his philosophy as well. Both teams are more up-tempo than they've been in a long time, and they love to launch the three-point shot.
Yeah, both teams are going to push tempo. They're at their best when they're playing 80-plus points per game. The Badgers, 14-0 this season. They score 80 points. For the Hoosiers, they also like to play fast. They really share the ball. They play through the pass. Very good assist-to-turnover ratio collectively as a team. So I think taking care of the basketball, rebounding is going to be important tonight for both. Just don't beat yourself.
And Wisconsin certainly would have an edge there, a little bit bigger than this Indiana squad. But Indiana makes up for their lack of size with their ability to just absolutely destroy you from behind the arc. They've got 3 players that take more threes than they do twos. They've got absolute snipers from downtown, including Lamar Wilkerson, the leading scorer, and Nick Dorn. Both can get hot and beat you up in a hurry.
Yeah, Dorn is he's playing well, especially recently. He's really come on. He's found his stroke. DeVries is a guy for them that just provides leadership. He's going to rebound, assist, play hard. He's kind of the glue guy for Indiana. And Connerway, Tate Connerway is a guy that he can shoot the ball.
We look at the other side, and we look at Wisconsin and the Killer Bees, Nick Boyd and John Blackwell, one of the best backcourts in all of the Big Ten.
Yeah, and they're on the scout. Everyone knows these two are combining for 40-plus points per game. You know, I think the X factor for Indiana will be, you know, don't let Rhodey get off today. Find Braden Carrington. He's a guy that can make threes. If you're going to get beat by Wisconsin, you don't want the supporting crew to beat you. So just do your best on Boyd and Blackwell, buckle down, rebound, and limit your turnovers.
Wisconsin has really had the upper hand in this rivalry of late. I know you've got keys to the game coming up later on, but as you see it, just 1 point that you might be looking for if Indiana should finally get rid of that nasty streak and pull off a win today.
Well, Wisconsin is very good, Mike, at getting to the free throw line. I think it'll be a 1, 2, 3 possession game down the stretch. Free throws are going to be important. Indiana will need to defend without putting Wisconsin on the free throw line.
Both these teams at times struggle on the glass, but again, when it comes to putting points on the board, they both average over 80 points a game and both average over 10 threes a game. So if you like high-scoring, fast-paced energy, you've come to the right place today. It's the Hoosiers and the Badgers coming up next from Bloomington. And also coming up next, Brian Dancel joins us from our Elite Media Network studio as we get you set for Indiana, Wisconsin. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before. From flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on. Welcome to the Elite Media Network pregame show. From Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, here's Brian Dancel.
Welcome into Assembly Hall on the campus of Indiana University here in Bloomington, Indiana. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Our Elite Media Network Game of the Week for you. Wisconsin and Indiana about to get tipped off here at the top of the hour. Well, let's take a look at these two teams in depth. Indiana faces Wisconsin. Lamar Wilkerson for Indiana, 33 points in his last game against a USC team on Tuesday night. Indiana goes on to lose that game 81-75. Indiana currently 15-8 overall and 6-6 in conference. Now, on that trip to Los Angeles, they did spend 6 days out in the sun. They finished that trip 1-1 with a double overtime win over UCLA, followed up with that loss to USC. They spent like I said, 6 days in Southern California where it was an average of 80 degrees. You wake up this morning in Bloomington, it is currently 16 degrees outside with the sun out with no clouds. So, Indiana trying to get back to home cooking and getting acclimated, hosting a very familiar foe in Wisconsin. Now, in terms of the numbers, very good on Indiana's part. They've beaten Wisconsin twice in this building in their last 2 contests. Indiana, huge win over Purdue, 72-67 a couple of weeks ago on January 27. That seems to be their staple win of the season. As you heard in our open with Mike Morgan, this team definitely sitting on somewhat of what we can call a bubble at this point to get into the NCAA tournament. But that win will definitely give them a lift on into the tournament once everybody looks at resumes. Here's Darren DeVries on where his team is at currently.
I think number one thing is just continue to play the right way, continue to move and share the ball and be unselfish, and they've done a great job to this standpoint. And then we talked about earlier, it's just we have to be able to rebound the basketball and continue to grow and improve there. And as much as anything, just from hey, here's our habits and making sure you're connecting to making sure it's just it's a mindset thing that we're going to go be a good defensive rebounding team. And I just believe if you can set your mind to it, you can go do those type of things, and that's going to be a huge key for us.
Darren DeVries in his first season here at Indiana. Here are his probable starters for the day. At one guard, Connor Enright, 6'1", 3.75 assists to turnover ratio. He's third in the Big Ten. We talked about Lamar Wilkerson, 6'6", fifth-year senior, 23 points in conference play. Again, 33 points in his last contest out against USC. And at one guard, Nick Dorn, 6'7", 18.3 points per game as a starter. That's his last 4 games. Darren DeVries' son, Tucker DeVries, at one forward, 6'7", 9 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists over the last 4 games. And at one forward, 6'9", Sam Alexis had 6 blocks against Rutgers on the 23rd of January. When we come back, we will hear from Wisconsin and Guard Hurd. This is NCAA basketball, your home. This is Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Welcome back into Assembly Hall. I am your pregame host, Brian Dancel, here on Elite Media Network. Our game of the week between Wisconsin and Indiana tips off in 18 minutes. Let's take a look at Wisconsin. Wisconsin comes into this game 16-6 overall and 8-3 in conference. Winners in 7 of their last 8 games, including a huge win over number 2 Michigan, 91-88 on January the 10th. Now, in terms of this matchup here, Wisconsin has won 26 of the last 31 matchups with Indiana, including 12 of the last 15. Last Saturday, the Badgers have not played since then. They took care of Ohio State 92-82. 5 Badgers scored at double digits in that game, and Wisconsin reached the 90-point mark, as Jon Babul had talked about in the Open, for the 9th time this season. In that game, John Blackwell, 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. He had 3 steals. Nick Boyd also had 21 points, marking his 13th time that he has had 20 points this season. Here's guard Hurd on his opportunities left in Quad 1 wins, especially remaining here in the Big Ten Conference.
You know, I know there's 1,000 different analytics that look at it, and I will remind everybody, net is not a selection tool, it's a sorting tool. So just so everybody understands that. So they won't use the net to select teams. They will use that to sort teams once they made their selections. But I've always said the most important analytic, win. I don't get into who's where in Ken Palm and the KPI and the factor with Kevin Paga. Win. We're focused on Indiana right now. I don't care if there's 5 or 7 or 6 of 9 on the road. It's Indiana, and let's focus on that. And that's how we've always operated. I think it gives us the best chance to stay focused on what's the most important thing, and that's the next game, and not play the what-if scenarios. That's for all you guys to do. You guys can play all the what-if scenarios. What if we win every game from here on out? Would that be? So we just focus on that, and that's. I don't watch anybody else's film until we're ready to play that opponent. So that's. I think it just keeps us consistent. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned from that approach over the years. It keeps you consistent. You don't get too high for one, and not. The preparation for all of them are the same. So didn't play well. It's no different preparation. I think it helps our players know that there's a routine and a pattern coming, and I'm not going to change based on who we play, when we play. I may change duration of practice. I may back it down, may emphasize a thing here or there that we have to really focus on, but by and large, everything is approached the same way regardless of what the opponent is.
Now here's Hurd's potential starting 5 for today's game. At 1 guard, Nick Boyd, 20 points per game, ranks 3rd in the Big Ten in points per game. At another guard, Andrew Rohde. At forward, John Blackwell. At another forward, Nolan Winter. And the man down the middle, Alexis Bielakowskis. Career-high 17 points at number 2 Michigan in that huge upset. Nick Boyd, you heard me talk about him at 20 points per game, 3rd in the Big Ten. Here is what Hurd had to say about his guard.
I think understanding the when to and when not to, not understanding that there's days you're driving on the interstate, there's days you're in a school zone. He's gotten better at that. I think he's gotten better at playing off 2 feet at the point of his stop of his drive. We still have a few every once in a while that are wildly thrown at the rim, but by and large, I think he's done a good job of really attracting a defense with his dribble penetration and then finding people and making plays, and gotten better at not over dribbling. So I think that's just, like I said, the speed is a part of that. You can't be running full throttle all the time. There's got to be a give and take with that. I think he's gotten better, understanding how to manage a game, and I like the pressure he constantly puts on a defense. I mean, it's we've noticed that impacting things in other areas with his constant threat of us coming in transition has helped us in a lot, opened up some other things for us too.
Now after this, we go back to the court with our color analyst, Jon Babul, for his keys to the game. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall on the campus of Indiana University for our Elite Media Network basketball game of the week between Wisconsin and Indiana. For this segment, I'd like to bring in our color analyst in the booth, Jon Babul. Jon, good morning. Excuse me, I didn't even know that we were still underneath the clock here.
Rise and shine, baby. We're ready to play some ball. It's early.
Nothing like a little noon basketball in the Eastern Standard Time Zone in the Big Ten. So, Jon, we're here with Indiana and Wisconsin. Indiana, obviously, with their first-year head coach, Darian DeVries. 15-8 overall, a loss to USC. This team has basically spent their last 5-6 days on the West Coast where it was 80 degrees. We wake up this morning, Jon, it's 16 here. How is this team acclimating back at home?
This is an important game. It's a resume game for the Hoosiers. They've got to show up. A noon game at home in Bloomington against a rival like Wisconsin. Bring the energy, throw the first punch is going to be important for Indiana.
In terms of Wisconsin, they come in winners of 7 of their last 8, including a dousing, basically, of the number 2 team in the country in Michigan, 91-88 a couple of weeks ago. How does Wisconsin stay hot?
Well, they should be well rested. You know, the 6 days off. I think it's important for them on the road to get off to a fast start. You want to find Boyd and Blackwell, get them the ball early, try to get them going offensively, and then play this game inside out. Indiana's going to give up some size, so Wisconsin, if they get into the paint, play inside out, move the basketball, they're scoring 82-plus points per game in league play, so Indiana will have their hands full defensively, but that's when Wisconsin's at their best, when they're attacking downhill and they're finding shooters in early offensive situations.
Badgers head coach Gard Hurd had a lot to say this week about guard play out of Nick Boyd. What do you like out of Boyd?
Well, I like that he doesn't force the game. He kind of lets it come to him. He's a tremendous shooter. In Big Ten play, shooting 46% from the field, 31% from three, and he makes his free throws. He's been to the line 81 times in league play. He's knocked down 69. That's an 85% clip. So you want the ball in his hands late down the stretch in games. He usually delivers 21 points per game in league play, is second across the Big Ten.
Now, in terms of Indiana, they have a huge scorer who scored 33 points a couple of nights ago against USC in Lamar Wilkerson. He's averaging 23 points in conference play. Talk to me about Wilkerson.
He's another guy that can do it all, and he's going to get the ball. He's going to be focused on defensively, but Indiana plays with the pass. They really screen well. They have great player movement and ball movement, and the end result is they're trying to get the ball to Wilkerson as many times as possible. He's averaging 23 points, like you said, in league play, and he balances attack. Some from the free throw line. He's got 44 three-pointers made, just shy of 40% through league play as well. So he's multifaceted, plays both ends of the floor. And he's going to be a tough stop for the Badgers today.
Now, John, here's a very good conversation for you. We've got two differing kind of styles here in head coach. Guard Hurd, obviously a staple over at Wisconsin. Darian DeVries in his first year at Indiana. In this ever-changing world of college athletics, how is DeVries mixing himself in here in Indiana?
Number one, he's just a great basketball mind. He's a great motivator. At his previous stops, obviously his track record speaks for himself at West Virginia and Drake. And he assembled this team from scratch. No returning players, no returning scorers. So he's got guys that fit his system. He recruited to his system, and now heading into February, knocking on postseason play in March, they really understand his identity, how he wants to coach, how they want to play on both sides of the ball. And you're going to see Indiana play their best basketball down the stretch.
That being said, over at Wisconsin, obviously Guard Hurd at the helm now for his 11th season. Gone are the days of Wisconsin winning games in the 50s. They're now scoring points.
Oh, yeah.
How has Guard been able to get the most out of his team?
Well, he's got talent. They don't have a ton of depth, but they've got veteran guys. They've got skilled ball handlers. They have multiple guys that can shoot the three-pointer. They've had 9 games this season with 90-plus points. They're averaging just shy of 83 points per game on the season, and that's up-tempo. Now, the way you do that is you got to get stops on the other end. So if they're getting stops, they're going to push. They're trying to convert easy offense out of great defense, and they've done a great job this season with multiple guys doing damage.
John, have a great call today with Mike. We look forward to hearing from you. And tip-off between Wisconsin and Indiana is up next. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
With the playing of our national anthem, performed today by Brian Horn in the Big Red.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall here on the campus of Indiana University for our Elite Media Network Game of the Week between Indiana and Wisconsin. Let's take a look at a couple of the games that will be going on during our game today in the top 25. Number 9, Nebraska, now 20-2 overall, is at Rutgers. Syracuse is at number 18, West Virginia. West Virginia at 19-3 overall and 8-2 in ACC conference play. In the SEC, number 21, Arkansas, is at Mississippi State. Among the notable games later on today, the number 1 overall team in the country, one of 2 remaining undefeateds, Arizona, will host Oklahoma State at 4 Eastern. Duke and North Carolina get their first of 2 games going later on tonight at 6:30. And in the late window, number 8, Houston, is at number 16, BYU. And now for our Elite Media Network Game of the Week between Wisconsin and Indiana, here is Mike Morgan and Jon Babul.
Brian, thank you so much, and we thank all of our affiliates across the country for selecting one of our terrific matchups here on Elite Media Network as we continue to bring you the very best from the best conferences, the best teams, the best matchups overall, and this promises to be a good one here in Bloomington, Indiana. He is Jon Babul. I am Mike Morgan, and John, you and I were talking as we arrived here yesterday. A balmy 16 degrees, several inches of snow on the ground. I've been to just about every basketball venue that I've wanted to. The bucket list there's not much left on it. This has been on it. You were here on a visit back in the day when you were a prospect coming out of Massachusetts, eventually signing with Georgia Tech. But how has it stood up the test of time since when you were here several years ago to today?
Yes, 30 years, hard to believe, but it still looks the same. This is just a sacred place for college basketball, and we got some time to spend, time shooting on the court yesterday. You
Yes.
were on fire, ripping the nets. This is shooter's gym.
Appreciate you noting. Yeah, soft rims. Not that the ball hit the rim much, but yes, it was a lot of fun. There's something about this place that just absolutely oozes tradition. Everything about it just feels big time when you walk into this building. Well, let's be honest. This program has been down for a while. This program, post Bobby Knight, has really struggled from time to time, and it looks like they finally have landed on their guy. When you talk about Coach DeVries, here is a guy that he took Drake to the likes of places that nobody else has ever done before. He basically dominated the Missouri Valley. Then he goes to West Virginia for a year, and you think, well, maybe Morgantown's going to be his landing spot for a while. Clearly, Indiana made a power play move and said, no, he's going to be our guy. We still are a blue blood, and we're going to start playing like one and activating NIL money and all the resources to get the players to look like one. So with that being said, the return of Indiana basketball feels to be in very good shape. Meanwhile, Wisconsin, let's not forget they were a number 3 seed last year. They have been really good under Greg Gard. It wasn't just the Bo Ryan era. They've been consistently good for a while. How about this for a stat? Wisconsin is one of 5 programs to play in 25 of the last 27 NCAA tournaments. The other 4, Duke, Kansas, Michigan State, and Gonzaga. So we don't talk about Wisconsin in the same vein as the other Blue Bloods, but this is really a special program that has had the upper hand in this series of late.
And Greg Gard, just stylistically, he's changed a little over time. He's adapted to times. Studying the analytics, they're shooting more threes, they're playing faster. Common denominator, Mike, success.
Yes, this is not your older brother's Wisconsin offense. They used to win games in the 50s. Now they win it in the 90s. And Indiana has certainly amped it up on the offensive end as well. As we mentioned in the pregame show, each team averages over 80 points and over 10 threes a game. Indiana in white uniforms with the red numerals and lettering. Wisconsin in the visiting red uniforms with white numerals and lettering. It's going to be Alexis jumping center against Winter, and Wisconsin wins the opening tip. We are underway here at historic Assembly Hall. Wisconsin will be going right to left. Wisconsin with the basketball first. With the Killer Bees on offense, they lead the way, and one of them just gets the ball left baseline. That's Blackwell. It's cut off. They work it around the horn to the right side. Now it's Nick Boyd, the other part of that great dynamic duo. He's dribbling out the right wing, goes right to left inside the lane, kick out pass, open 3 from the left wing, and the first shot by John Blackwell, who averages 18.5 points per game, is a miss. Indiana with its opening possession as the point guard Connor Enright, number 5 in white, takes it in the front court. Circling up top, that's Lamar Wilkerson, the second leading scorer in the Big Ten Conference. Wilkerson up top, lob pass down low. Alexis bobbled it. Now he's bottled up down low. He's triple teamed, finds the cutter. The cutter is Enright, and he missed the floater, but they get it back. Offensive rebound. Wilkerson on the reload 3. Sinks it from up top, and Indiana strikes first.
And second chance points right there. That's a nice job. Indiana winning the 50-50 balls. That's going to be important today. Who can win the game inside of the game? The little battles.
Wisconsin, a bigger team. Is Indiana able to at least neutralize things on the glass today? That'll be something to watch for. Blackwell up top, wins it left side, into the hands of Rhodey. Back up top, 3-ball lined up. That is the Lithuanian. And the shot is missed by Bieliauskas. Quickly into front court, DeVries, rise and fire 3, pops out of there. And a rebound, weak side into the hands. Once again, it's Bieliauskas. 3-0 Indiana leading. We're just a little bit less than 2 minutes into the action. Step back 3 from the left wing is off the mark that time by Rhodey. So Rhodey has fired 2 shots. He's 0 for 2 from the field, the 6'6 senior out of Brookfield, Wisconsin.
The Hoosiers front line, Mike, it's important today that they hedge on ball screens and they hedge on those dribble handoffs. The bigs will be very active. Indiana really has to pay attention to shooters in the half court.
Circling up top between the rings, that is Nick Boyd. Nick Boyd, the former FAU Owl, probes the baseline, lobs it into the left corner. Shot clock is down to 6, losing the basketball, getting it back, drive, block shot, out of bounds. That's Alexis. Return to center. The shot from Rhodey had no chance. It's out of bounds with 3.7 on the timer.
Alexis has been active early. He's, really the only rim protection that Indiana has inside the paint, Mike.
27th block of the year for the former Florida Gator. Badgers will inbound at baseline right. Looking. Boyd trying to find a teammate. Fires it in quickly. 3-ball on the way. Right wing is off the mark. Another 3-point miss. They will fire up a bunch of them. That was Bieljauskas. Indiana quickly into front court. Their floor general is the mullet man, Connor Enright, number 5 in white. He dribbles on the IU logo at midcourt. A little weave action up top to Wilkerson. Now to DeVries. Right wing, Wilkerson off the screen handoff. Wilkerson drives inside, dumps it down low. Shot clock's down to 3. Wilkerson gets it back, right baseline. Wilkerson driving in, mid-range jumper, 12-footer. Got it at the buzzer! And Indiana leads it 5-0.
How about the tempo he plays with? Just probing, using his body, elevating. He's just got a knack for scoring.
Transfer from Sam Houston State. It was really a late bloomer, and then Wisconsin turns it over. It was Blackwell trying to feed the high post, and the ball just goes right out of bounds. He's claiming that the ball was off an Indiana player. The referee and crew says no dice.
Impressive start defensively by the Hoosiers. Badgers 0-4 from beyond the arc. Very active hands defensively, and a lot of talk we see out there.
Packed house here at Assembly Hall. Seats 17,000 cheering on their Hoosiers. Baseline drive, Alexis. Two-hand slam! Right in the mug of Bieljauskas. And it's 7-0 Indiana. Wisconsin along the perimeter. Into the hands of Boyd. Pulls the trigger on a 3. A silencer from the right wing. And that makes it 7-3 Indiana.
Boyd is averaging 23 points in league play. That's second in the Big Ten, and he hit that one from deep.
Played on the Final Four team for FAU. Actually, he was a starter on that team. Driving kick by Wilkerson into the hands of DeVries, circling up top. And a handoff right wing to Alexis. Getting it right back is Enright, right wing. Up top pass, dangerous pass, almost stolen away by Wisconsin. In the lane, kick out pass. Enright on a triple, right wing. Kicks off the iron, no good. And a rebound corralled by number 31. That's Nolan Winter, who has 10 double-doubles on the season. Probing left side, stopping on a left block, kick out pass left wing. 3-ball off the mark, offensive rebound fought for, but eventually reeled in by Indiana. And number 12, that's DeVries, and then a 3 quickly on the other end, missed by Wilkerson, is one of the premier 3-point artists really in the game, 39% on the year. And then a steal by Indiana. DeVries, quick hands. DeVries floating over to the left wing. And now into the hands of Dorn. Speaking of 3-point specialist, 87% of his shots are from behind the arc. He gives it back off to Enright, outside right. Enright around the screen, drive and kick to Dorn in the right corner. Dorn can't shake free the defender. They go back up top to DeVries. Off a curl, fires up a 3-ball, missed it. Rebound fought for, out of bounds, off of Indiana. It will be Wisconsin basketball, and Alexis is a little bit shaken up on the play. He's still on his back in the right corner. Looks to be okay, though. Exciting opening stanza, especially for Indiana with 14:59 to go in the opening half. It's the Hoosiers 7 and the Badgers 3. We'll take a quick timeout. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference. When the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week. Heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
A tick over 5 minutes into the action. Indiana up on Wisconsin 7-3. Lamar Wilkerson has 5 of the 7 points so far for Indiana. He's the second leading scorer in the Big Ten, averaging 20.2 a game. He shoots 39% from downtown. He's had 100 or more three-pointers the last 2 years. And John, you and I were talking over the break. What do you like about his game as you watch him in person?
It seems like the game is moving very slow for him. We saw that last possession. He uses his body to probe, to initiate contact with the defender. And he just has a knack for scoring the ball, but compared to other players on the floor, it just seems easy for him.
Right.
The game is completely slowed down, and he is in control.
A lot of great scores. You almost feel like they're forcing the action. He lets it come to him, doesn't he?
He really does, and Indiana does a nice job screening for him off the basketball, putting bodies on players. If you're guarding Wilkerson, you're in for some contact. You're going to get screened all night.
We've already seen 11 three-pointers fired off in this game, just as we promised. Wisconsin with the basketball first. How about a straightaway three out of the timeout? And that's the first bucket for Nick Boyd. That is the Big Ten's third leading scorer. I beg your pardon, the second bucket. He's got 6 points on 2 triples.
No surprise, 7 of 9 field goal attempts by the Badgers behind the three-point arc.
Yeah, they love them some three-point shots. They're hunting for them every possession. Indiana hunting for a good look here. 7 on the shot clock. Ball in the hands of Reed Bailey up top. Stops left of the lane. Back out up top to Enright. Late clock. 1 second. Enright, desperation launch. Got it! Nothing but the bottom of the net from about 28 feet on the left wing. And it's the Hoosiers up 10-6. Enright not known for his scoring. He only averages 4.6 a game. And then Wisconsin tries to go into the post, and it's going to be a push in the back from behind. That's going to go against Lamar Wilkerson, his first. A little bit of a mismatch, and you're going to see a lot of those again. Indiana does not have a lot of size.
They don't. They're going to gang rebound on the backboard. All 5 guys have to rebound. DeVries leads the team in rebounds at 5 per game. It's just all the guys got to box out, chest to chest underneath, and take care of it as a team effort.
Wisconsin inbounds it again. Their goal to our left. Ball comes right wing into the hands of Nick Boyd, number 2 in red. Boyd stops at the free throw line, but an offensive foul. He got a push on Connor Enright, who hit the deck to help sell the call. It'll be Indiana basketball.
And those are the little plays, Mike, that I talked about. You know, the battles inside the war, so to speak. And, you know, the more Indiana can do of that, the better shape they're going to be in this game.
Enright is clearly one of those guys that has to do all the little things to stay on the floor as a starter, and that's one of them. Heady defensive play. He gets it right wing, puts it on the deck, couple dribbles, goes inside, they kick it out. Left wing, a wide open 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, but an offensive rebound into the hands of Fred Bailey. Bailey, the 6'10 senior. And then he finds the cutter, Miles, but Miles can't hit it from close range. Wisconsin clears it quickly into front court. Ball comes up top. That's Nolan Winter. Winter now drives right side, takes it strong, and kisses it off the glass and in to make it 10-8 Indiana. Nice move by the veteran. Indiana basketball. into front court. Enright probing the right side, drives the baseline, finds a cutter and a two-hand flush. He found Miles cutting into the lane. That was all set up by Enright, dropping off another dime.
Identical to the last possession. That time we got the finish by the Hoosiers.
Enright, one of the top guys in assist-to-turnover ratio and 106 assists now in the season. 12-8, Indiana in the lead. Hard drive right side by Wisconsin. Shot off the mark by Blackwell. Indiana clears it and quickly into the hands. The outlet to Enright, who drifts into front court along the left side. Up top it comes to DeVries. DeVries whips it over right wing. Into the right corner, Wilkerson. Wilkerson wheeling. Wilkerson dealing off the glass and in. He just muscled his way into the paint and then knew how to finish. How about Wilkerson already with 7 points?
He put Carrington on his left shoulder and just took the contact on the way up. No foul called, but there was some contact there. Great finish.
Indiana up by 6, 14-8 ball. They tried to feed the post to Nolan Winter. It goes right through his hands, and the fans love what they see as we go to the under-12 timeout with Indiana leading Wisconsin 14-8. More coming up from Bloomington. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Alongside our studio host, Brian Dancel, and the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, Jon Babul. I am Mike working with you here at Assembly Hall, Indiana, leading Wisconsin 14-8 with 11:55 to go. Wisconsin comes into this game winners of 7 of the last 8, and they have a very unique distinction, John. They are the only team to defeat the Michigan Wolverines. They did it in Ann Arbor. Wisconsin proving they can beat anybody in the country.
Yeah, and it's a team effort. They really move the basketball well. They've got 8 guys on their team that have 10-plus threes on the season, and they were clicking that night against Michigan. All guys got in on the action. They were dropping threes, and then defensively, they really did a nice job on the backboard in that game.
Did a great job against, for my money, just watching teams across the country, and we've seen a number of them in person. I don't think there's a better team in America than the Michigan Wolverines. The Big Ten, here's your water cooler stat of the day, if anybody still uses a water cooler. Maybe your Keurig coffee maker stat, I don't know. Whatever people do these days. The Big Ten has not won a championship since 2000. The Michigan State Spartans, led by Tom Izzo, the Flintstones. That is an amazing number to me. I still can't get my arms around it. 26 years. maybe this is the year the Big Ten breaks that unbelievable streak.
Championships are hard to come by. That's an amazing stat. Had no idea they had not won since 2020.
Since 2020, and quite frankly, since 2000, they've certainly had their fair share of Final Four teams, but not a ton of close calls. Indiana basketball going to our right, trying to feed the post, and almost a steal. Terrific effort that time by Carrington. John alluded to him in the open. He's one of those X-factor guys, a senior out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Now it will be Indiana basketball. They'll trigger it far sideline near the corner. Connor Enright, number 5 in white, the redshirt senior, the transfer from DePaul. 10 guys in the portal were acquired by Indiana in this offseason with the coaching change. Somehow they've had instant chemistry. Miles, number 0 in white, goes up top between the rings to Wilkerson. Wilkerson wings it left side. Enright on a shake and bake takes a strike in the hole and drops it. A little teardrop on an aggressive drive from Enright. Didn't have that on my bingo card. He's got 5 points. That's more than he averages all season.
Shooting the floater on that.
Yeah.
Nice high release in traffic.
16-8, Indiana in the lead. Left wing 3 ball for the Badgers. No good by Carrington. Offensive rebound though. Wisconsin. Shot is missed by Boyd, left side of the rim, out of bounds, and it will be Wisconsin basketball. So the Badgers are now 3 for 13 from the field. That's 23%.
3 turnovers. 9 minutes into this game, they only averaged just under 9 turnovers per game in Big Ten play this year.
Yeah, nearly very sure-handed, valuing possessions. Under coach Greg Gard, now in his 11th season with Wisconsin. Ball comes left corner off the inbounds pass. A good-looking 3 for Carrington, but it does not drop. And Indiana grabs the carom, but then falling to the deck. That's going to be a travel. Miles had it and then fell to the floor with the basketball in his hand. So that'll be a travel and a turnover to Wisconsin. These fans are knowledgeable. They're not even booing that call. They know that that's a travel, as many fan bases would not know that that's a travel. Wisconsin ball and a whistle away from the ball, and that's going to be, I believe, a hold on Carrington, on Miles, who is guarding Carrington. 0-on-0 crime. Number 0 in red, number 0 in white. Wisconsin triggers it. Ball comes right baseline into the hands of Blackwell, who's been quiet. He draws a double. Kick out pass, sets up an open 3 off the right wing and off the right rim for Rhodey, but another offensive rebound. Now another 3 from the right wing again. This one is off the mark by Winter, and another whistle, and it's going to go against Indiana. So this possession for Wisconsin feels like it's taken an eternity. The problem is they haven't scored on it yet.
And that's where Indiana giving up size, rebounding the basketball. That's second chance opportunities. Although Wisconsin is missing their shots, they're getting the opportunities. Those statistically will start falling.
That's the 3rd foul on this possession on Indiana. And then they go high-low and an easy bucket for Nolan Winter.
It's a beautiful pass, perfect touch. Great finish at the rim.
That makes it Indiana 16, Wisconsin 10. 10:20 to go here in the opening half from Bloomington. Off the curl, Wilkerson stops at the free throw line. Pump fake, now goes up, short jumper is good. 14-footer, again, so under control.
The pace, he just pauses, gets the defense to relax, elevates, makes it look easy. That is not an easy shot to make, but he does it well.
He's got half of Indiana's 18 points, 18-10 now the score. Probing the left side, Rhodey finds the cutter, down low, shot up and in. First bucket for Blackwell. Blackwell averages 18.5 per game.
Yeah, and there you see him moving without the basketball in his hands. He's very good at that, creating offense when he doesn't have the ball.
Left wing 3 for the Hoosiers is drained by Tucker DeVries. 33% from downtown. Those numbers are a little off from where he was earlier in his career, but he sinks that one to make it 21-12 IU. 3 ball for Wisconsin on the left wing, left it short, and there's DeVries for the rebound for Indiana, pushing it up ahead. Wilkerson probing the left side, and he had it knocked away. A foul called. Rhodey thought it was all ball, but the officiating crew says, nope, you got some arm, and that foul will go against Rhodey and Wisconsin. That is the 3rd team foul on the Badgers. No player in foul trouble as of yet. So Indiana will inbound at baseline right. It'll be Enright pulling the trigger. Nope, they change places now. It's going to be Wilkerson on the inbounds. Taps it, fires it into Alexis into the right corner. Now back up top, now back to the right corner. DeVries, spot and fire. Three is good. That was a play call. Adavin off the inbounds play, worked to perfection.
Perfect execution. The screen on DeVries' defender was just wiped him out, wide open in the corner. Tough shot, but the execution was perfect by the Hoosiers.
Fans on their feet. Largest lead for Indiana, 24-12. Under 9 minutes to go, first half. Stopping at the free throw line is Boyd. Wheeling, dealing, just throws up a prayer and misses everything. Not a good look at all. Not a good decision by Nick Boyd. He killed his dribble early right in the lane. DeVries up top, draws a hedge out, whips it over left side. Another strong drive to the bucket. Pump fake, little scoop. Look at this. Connor Enright is putting on a show, and he's showing up. Wisconsin as the timeout is called, and Indiana has the lead expand to 26-12, and Enright has 7 points. That's 3.5 more than his average on the season. 26-12 with 8:26 to go in the half. A quick break. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall here on the campus of Indiana University. I'm your host, Brian Dancel. Our score here, Indiana 26, Wisconsin 12. Joining us here in the noon window, Nebraska, number 9 in the country, leads Rutgers 27-20. 7 minutes remain in that first half. Number 18, Virginia, who's 8-2 in ACC conference play, leads Syracuse 28-16. Down in the SEC, number 21, Arkansas, who enters the day 16-6 overall and 6-3 in conference play. They lead Mississippi State 29-16. 8 minutes remaining in the first there. Number 24, Louisville, leads Wake Forest 25-20. Mike and John, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Brian. Indiana, in the midst of an 8-0 run over the last minute and 13 seconds, they've hit their last 7 shots in this game. We expect Lamar Wilkerson to do Lamar Wilkerson things. He's got 9 points on 4 of 5 from the field. We don't expect Connor Enright to put together 7 points with 8:23 to go in this game. If that is the case, Wisconsin needs to stop the bleeding. They need to hit some shots. They've been ice cold. They work it around the perimeter. Their goal is to our left. Circling up top is Boyd. Boyd now gets it back on the return left wing. Tries to find a seam. Drive and kick. Right wing three on the way. Got it. A great offensive possession. Nolan Winter, the 7-foot junior out of Minnesota, makes it 26-15 Indiana.
Winter now with 7 points in the game, 3 rebounds to go with it.
Alexis, beautiful feed, and gets a right-handed layup. Too easy if you're Wisconsin, 28-15 Hoosiers. Blackwell on the right wing into the hands of Janicki. First time he's been into the game. Kick out pass up top, another 3 ball, and another splash for Nolan Winter. He shoots 32% from downtown. He averages 14 a game, and he's providing a spark to pull within 10 now, 28-18 Hoosiers. Enright plays a little catch on the perimeter with DeVries, and then the ball squirts out of bounds right in front of the Wisconsin bench. Wisconsin saying that's off IU, and Wisconsin gets the call. Right in front of our broadcast station, that ball just slipped through and went right into the Wisconsin bench, and a sea of red jerseys said that's our ball, and they get the call. 28-18. Wisconsin with the basketball, and a quick whistle and a quick foul on Indiana. That'll go against Alexis. So 5 team fouls now on Indiana, and that's the first foul on Alexis. 7:09 to play. Hoosiers up by 10. Wisconsin has dominated this rivalry of late, but this is a new Indiana team, a new coach, and 10 new players out of the portal. Both teams right now projected into the NCAA tournament field. In the paint, another desperation shot by the lefty. Boyd, those are 2 just awful shots by Boyd.
Yeah, and Enright, the defense has been sound. He's just holding his ground, not giving an inch. Impressive defense.
Boyd, a 6'3" guard, has had 2 fade and fires contested from the paint. Indiana basketball to our right. Ball comes right corner into the hands of Miles. Enright gets it on the return straight away between the rings. Goes over to the left wing into the hands of Alexis. 5 on the shot clock. DeVries gets it, probes the left side. Going to have to fire up quick. Free throw line jumper is off the mark by Miles. Wisconsin clears, and they're on the attack quickly. Left wing 3. Nope. A foul drawn, and that is the one mistake that Connor Enright has made. He left his feet, and he bump fouled Blackwell. Would they give him 3 free throws? No, they're going to say on the floor. In the NBA, that's definitely 3 free throws, but he does not get the call here.
It'll be baseline out of bounds, and that's an impressive stat. Thus far, the Badgers have not been to the free throw line.
Yes.
They average 22 free throw attempts per game this season.
Right.
The most attempts in 50 years of Badgers ball. They get 17 points at the line each night. They have 0 today.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the pregame. That would be a key thing for Indiana to keep them off the line, and they've obviously accomplished that so far. Wisconsin will inbound it, baseline left. Nick Boyd will pull the trigger. Boyd has 6 points, but it's Winter leading the way with 10. Ball comes left corner, quick 3. Alexis blocked it. Alexis blocks the shot from Rhodey. Wisconsin gets it back, though. Now a step back 3 on the way, straight away. Brick City out of the right hand of Blackwell, and they're clearing it for IU is DeVries. Here come the Hoosiers. Wilkerson streaking into front court, working his way in the paint. Stops, pops, and hits it.
Mid-range game looks easy for him. I mean, that's the 4th time he's dribbled into the paint, elevated, and converted.
Wilkerson leads all scorers now with 11. Indiana leads 30-18. 5:40 to go, first half. Mike Morgan, Jon Babul with you in Bloomington, Indiana, here on Elite Media Network. 3 ball right wing, and that time it is good. That is Rhodey, and Wisconsin now has hit 5 threes. They can get into the game quickly. 30-21 Indiana. Wilkerson, stand-up dribble up top, now floating up straight away between the rings. Feels it, pulls the trigger on a heat check 3. Can't get it to connect. Flying for the rebound is Blackwell. Blackwell into front court. Working the perimeter on the right wing. Goes straight away to Winter. Winter finds a guard. That's Boyd. Back to Winter, left of the lane. Winter backing in on Alexis. Bellied up by Alexis. Can't gain in the ground. Winter trying to muscle his way in. Throws up a hook shot and connects. 12 points now for Nolan Winter, the junior. 7 feet and using every inch to shoot that shot over the shorter but more physical Alexis. Alexis gets it at the top. Indiana up 30-23. 4.5 to go here in the first half. It's Wilkerson. Wilkerson around the left elbow, now drifting toward the baseline. Will circle back left wing. Straight up now. Dribbling, probing, right side, hanging and kissing the window, no good. Jason Drake with an aggressive take, but he can't get it to go. Left wing for Wisconsin, it's Boyd. Another three, another miss, and Alexis with a rebound out deep for Indiana. 30-23 Hoosiers with the basketball. Quick trigger on a three ball. Off the mark, weak side rebound by Boyd. Boyd full throttle into front court. Boyd weaving his way into the lane. Boyd left-handed layup, no good. Follow up, no good. Wisconsin gets it back though on the second rebound by Janicki. Another three, an air ball fired up by Rohde. And that kind of encapsulates this first half so far for Wisconsin. Chilly from the perimeter. Chilly 29% from the field. They only trail by 7 though, 30-23 with 3:45 to go. Coming up, more action from Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Join me at halftime for some stats and scores that are going on around the country. Interestingly enough, here we went to break, gentlemen. The score is 30-23 in favor of Indiana. They should be leading this game by a lot more, given that they just hit 9 of their last 10 shots right before that 4-minute timeout. Wisconsin has been able to hit three three-pointers here in the last 2 minutes to stay within range. Mike and John, back to you.
Yeah, and to your point, Brian, 54% from the field for Indiana. I mean, this could be a lot scarier than it has been for Wisconsin. Think about this, John. Wisconsin, last year they averaged 80 points a game. That was the most for a Badger team since 1971. They averaged 83 a game this year. But so far, with 3:45 to play, they have just 23 points.
Yeah, that's a low-scoring output. Credit IU's defense. They've been scrappy. They're switching a lot on the perimeter, 1 through 4, and they're closing the driving lanes. Not a lot of paint touches for the Wisconsin Badgers off the bounce, which is helping them limit them to contested threes thus far.
Wilkerson finds DeVries off the curl. They love that 3-ball off the curl action, but DeVries left it short. Rebound to the Badgers, racing into front court, left alone, thought about firing up the 3, did Janicki. Now in the lane, blocked. Nick Boyd took it to his left hand, which is his dominant hand, and it was blocked and then went off his body out of bounds to add insult to injury. Went off his face, actually. That's a rough moment for one of the premier scorers, Nick Boyd, who averages 20 points a game. He's only got 6. Alexis, little teardrop in the lane, bounced 3 times off the rim, but does not drop. Blackwell boards it for Wisconsin. Stops at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Janicki, left wing. Now Blackwell on the handle, between the rings, left wing Janicki, up top into the hands of number 7. That's Rhodey, who's been a frequent shooter, but not a frequent maker in this first half. Shot clock ticking away, under 9. They go left wing. Here's the 3 on the way. Swish by Nick Boyd, and maybe that'll get him going a little bit. Boyd now with 9, and just like that, it's a 4-point game with 2:35 to go. 30-26 IU. Hoosiers in the front court. It's Miles handing off to Alexis, finds Wilkerson top of the key. Back into the right corner. That's Sisley. Now inside, little jumper inside is good by Josiah Miles, the junior, the transfer from North Florida. Only averages 1.5 points a game. 32-26 IU with 2:05 to go.
Hoosiers 18-6 in points in the paint, Mike. They have a plus 12 advantage on paint points.
And again, a much smaller team doing that. Right wing, Nick Boyd. Boyd feeling it. Little 14-footer in the lane is good. If Nick Boyd heats up, that'll put Wisconsin in prime position to finally get back into this game and maybe even take the lead. It's now 32-28 IU with 1:40 to go. I feel like IU has thrown their best punches in this first half, and yet they've not delivered anything near a knockout blow to Wisconsin. Hoosiers in the front court. Wilkerson gets it, takes it in the lane, dipsy-do. No, Alexis, yes! Thunderous follow as he rocks the rim for 2 more to make it 34-28. Indiana backing in, firing the shot, getting it blocked is Blackwell. Indiana with the basketball with 1:05 to go and leading at 34-28. Left-handed drive, alley-oop pass, and unable to reel it in was Sisley, but it was tipped, and it will stay Indiana basketball. Sisley is the 6'8 freshman who was the hero of sorts in that overtime win against UCLA, hit the game-winning free throw. Substitution for Indiana as Miles checks out of the game. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, it'll be Rhodey checking into the game. He's got 3 points on 1 for 6. Again, Wisconsin shooting just 32% from the field, but only down 6. Wilkerson inbounds it, 2-hand flush, cutting to the right side from the basket. That is Trent Sisley. Too easy off the inbounds, 36-28. You could tell Indiana really emphasizes ATO plays after timeout, inbounds plays. A lot of those things slip through the cracks. They execute every time. Driving right to left, hanging, firing, and missing at the rim was Blackwell. And then a walk. A walk on Indiana in the backcourt. You had Sisley trying to pump the brakes, and he dragged his pivot foot.
That's unfortunate for the Hoosiers. They had a chance to stretch the lead to 10 as we head into the half. 20 on the shot clock, 34 on the game, Mike.
Yep, 36-28. Indiana in the lead. And inbounding it sideline right will be Rhodey. And coming into the game for Indiana, Wilkerson will come out. And into the game for Indiana is Miles.
Yeah, Wilkerson playing with 1 foul, so just, insurance there, get him on the bench.
Yep.
Don't want him to pick up his second.
Right. They might bring him back in on offense, we'll see. Meanwhile, bleeding some clock here on the perimeter. Nick Boyd just dribbling outside right. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 14-second differential. You're not playing for the final shot here. Now Boyd puts it in the high gear, takes a strong left side, missed the layup. Offensive rebound, and follow is good. Nolan Winter leading the way with 14 points for Wisconsin to make it 36-30 with 10.6 on the clock and a timeout on the floor. Indiana can and probably will play for the final shot, up by 6. How about the performance thus far by Nolan Winter, the 7-foot junior out of, I'm sure I get this hometown right, Lakeville, Minnesota. I've never been, but I hear it's lovely. And he's got 10 double-doubles on the season. He's got 14 points and 6 rebounds already.
Yeah, third in the Big Ten with those double-doubles. He's a big part of the success of the Badgers. He does so much off the basketball, too. He's a big body, the dribble handoffs, the screens, the slips. He's a high IQ player, Mike, and he's really the dominant guy on the backboard on both sides of the basketball.
Well, here's the good news for Wisconsin, a 15-8 run to make this a 6-point game. And you and I, we're just sitting here thinking, well, Indiana's just dominated this half. They could easily be up 15. Well, they're not. It's a 6-point game. Indiana will get the final shot, but give Wisconsin credit for hanging around.
Yeah, you shoot 32% from the field, and you've got a 2-possession game. Coach Guard's got to feel comfortable with that.
Full court man-to-man pressure shown by Wisconsin. Ball comes into Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets fouled. He had a foul to give. Actually have a couple of fouls to give. That's just the third foul on Wisconsin with 9.6. And they can do that a couple more times if they want. Indiana will inbound it in the back court near sideline. Comes into Wilkerson. Wilkerson hounded, fouled again with 7.3. We rarely see this because we rarely see a team that had just 2 team fouls through over 19 minutes of action.
Yeah, not one Badger has 2 fouls, so they've got them to give, and they're just breaking up the flow in the action.
They could do this 2 more times if they want. Wilkerson, there's another one. So they bring in Zach Kinziger, who doesn't play a whole lot at all. He's just the designated fouler at this point. And now Indiana will inbound it front court. Near side, Enright will inbound it. Wisconsin has 1 more foul to give with 5.4 seconds on the clock. Ball comes into Wilkerson. They will not foul. Wilkerson, right wing. Or yes, they will. They waited, and then they foul again with 2.8. I can't remember the last time I saw that. I can't remember the last time I saw 4 consecutive fouls in just a couple of seconds. Now you don't have a foul to give, so the foul-a-thon is over, folks. Now we'll actually get to some basketball with only 2.8 on the clock. Indiana trying to add to a 6-point lead. They inbound it near side. Comes into the corner, right wing, Enright 3-ball, missed it. Rebound Wisconsin, and that is how the half will come to a close. 2 teams that average over 80, much lower scoring through the first half as Indiana takes a 6-point lead into the locker room, 36-30. Hoosiers over the Badgers. That's our score here from Bloomington. Stay tuned for the Elite Media Network halftime show with Brian Dancel. He'll go over the scores from around the country as well as the first half stats. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on. Welcome to the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. From Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, here's Brian Dancel.
Welcome back into Assembly Hall. I'm your host, Brian Dancel, and welcome to the Elite Media Network Halftime Show. Our score here, Indiana 36, Wisconsin 30, helped by a bevy of three-pointers made by Wisconsin there towards the end of the first half. Let's take a look at a couple of scores that are going on around the country in the top 25, also in the Big Ten. Number 9, Nebraska, taking on Rutgers. They have a 14-point advantage at the half, 41-27. Number 18, Virginia, in the ACC, holds a slight margin, 38-35 over Syracuse. In the SEC, Arkansas, number 21 in the country, 43-30 over Mississippi State. Down in the ACC, just gone to half. Number 24, Louisville, with a 43-34 advantage over Wake Forest. A number of games going on in the Big Ten today, a couple of them that we definitely want to note for you. Also going on in this state. Coming up at the top of the hour, Oregon takes on number 12, Purdue, just a few miles away in West Lafayette. Of course, Purdue trying to bounce back from a couple of losses over the last couple of weeks. And then a huge one tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. Number 5, Illinois, goes into Breslin Center to take on number 10, Michigan State. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network.
32-0, 76 NCAA champion.
Just a reminder, tomorrow, join us on some of these very same radio stations for the Elite Media Network NCAA Basketball Game of the Week. Number 2 in the country, Michigan, takes on their rivals, the Ohio State Buckeyes, in Columbus. Our pregame show starts with me at 12:30 Eastern. That's a look around the country. Coming up, we'll run down the first half stats. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestingwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week. Heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Welcome back into Assembly Center. I am your halftime host on Elite Media Network, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at the box score in this game. Our score at the half, Indiana 36, Wisconsin 30. You heard Mike and John talk about towards the end of the first half how it seems like Indiana should be up by a lot more than just 6. Well, Indiana has used a bevy of three-pointers here late in the first half to go ahead and pull to within 6 on a 12-6 run in the last 5.5 minutes. A couple of numbers to go over in this one. Wisconsin, 12 of 37 shooting for 30%. They've basically been living between 29 and 30% this whole game. Again, we truly believe that Indiana should be winning this game by a lot more, but again, that timely shooting just kind of saves them. They've dipped as low as 17% shooting in the first half. For Indiana, 16 of 31 for 52%. Again, what held Wisconsin in this game is the three-point shooting. They made 6 of 20 so far for 30%. Indiana, 4 of 13 beyond the extra point stripe for 31%. Neither team has gone to the free throw line. You did hear a number of fouls go on there towards the first half. And as Mike Morgan was telling you, we just haven't seen something like that before. Wisconsin entered the final 30 seconds of the first half with 5 fouls to give, and they did use each and every one of them to ensure that Indiana didn't get a very good look at the basket. Leading scorers, we talked about in the pregame how scoring was going to go ahead and just be abundant. For Wisconsin, Nolan Winter has 14, leading them on 6 of 7 shooting. Nick Boyd, we did talk a lot about him in the pregame show. He's got 11 on 4 of 11 shooting, including 3 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. For Indiana, Lamar Wilkerson, who came in leading scorer in the league at 23 points per game, he's got 11 in this game on 5 of 8 shooting and 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Tucker DeVries, a couple of timely threes in the first half. He's got 6 on 2 of 5 shooting. Up next, we go back to the court with Mike Morgan and Jon Babul. The second half of Indiana and Wisconsin is about to get underway. This is Elite Media Network, and your home for NCAA basketball.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team Explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trunk. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on. It's time to start the second half between the Wisconsin Badgers and the Indiana Hoosiers. From Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana, here's Mike Morgan and Jon Babul.
36-30 our halftime score. Indiana leading Wisconsin. If you had the under, you probably hit in that first half. These two teams average over 80 points a game. They hit a lot of three-pointers. That was not the case for either side, particularly for Wisconsin. Yes, they hit 6 threes. That's what they do, but 32% from the field and really just completely outplayed. It's a miracle in a lot of ways, John, that they're only down by 6, but that is the case.
Yeah, they had 37 field goal attempts to Indiana's 31, so they're getting more shots. 8 offensive rebounds for Wisconsin in the first half. They only converted 4 points off those 8 rebounds, so Indiana's got to be careful here. They've got to take care of the backboard, limit those touches, and then IU had 5 blocks in the first half.
Yeah.
They were disruptive in the paint. 5 block shots.
They were disruptive in the paint on defense. They scored points in the paint on offense against the much bigger Wisconsin front court. All right, so as we look at adjustments here, let's look at Wisconsin. What do they need to do better? Obviously, besides shoot the ball better, and your killer bees have combined for just 13 points. Those would be 2 things, but anything else you're seeing right now that they need to pick up on?
Defensively, limit dribble penetration. IU had success in the first half getting into the paint. And offensively, I would not change much, to be honest. They missed some really good looks at threes, and those threes statistically they hit. They're going to keep shooting them. We'll see how it plays out, Mike.
See how it plays out for sure. Again, Wisconsin closed the gap toward the end of that first half. This thing was in double digits for some points in the game, but right now, Wisconsin certainly within striking distance. The 2 teams will flip sides, of course. Indiana will have it first. They'll now be going to our left. Wisconsin going to our right. Indiana in the home white unis, Wisconsin in red.
2 other stats, Mike, that jump off the stat sheet to me. 0 free throws. 0 points scored from the free throw line in the first half for Wisconsin. 0 bench points. They usually get 20-plus off the bench.
No, it was very uncharacteristic of Wisconsin in so many ways, and yet they're only down 6. Let's see how the second half unfolds. Again, the Hoosiers have it first going to our left. It's Wilkerson. Bounce pass right of the lane, Alexis. Alexis barreling his way into the paint and lost it out of bounds, but it will be a foul. A foul, I believe, on Nolan Winter, number 31 in red. So Winter trying to stop the... I beg your pardon. They will give that to the Lithuanian, Bieliauskas, who goes 6'10", 235 pounds. He is charged with the block. First foul of the second half. Indiana retains possession. Enright, who had such a good first half, drives into the lane, kicks it out left corner. Wilkerson barreling his way inside. Got bottled up with a double. Feeds Alexis on the opposite side, the opposite block, and Alexis banks it home.
And that's the maturity of Wilkerson. He very easily could have gone up with the trees, got swallowed up, and have been Badgers ball. Instead, his pace. He slows it down, throws the perfect bounce pass for two, gets the assist.
In baseball terms, for a pitcher, we call that a slow heartbeat. He's got a slow heartbeat out there.
He does.
Good thing, just does not panic. 38-30 Indiana. And then Wisconsin turns it over. Winter was trying to hit Bieliauskas, and the ball goes out of bounds on the baseline.
Like intentional grounding there. I mean, I don't think anyone could have caught that one.
We might see that tomorrow for the Super Bowl. Good luck to your New England Patriots, by the way.
Going hard for the Pats. That's where I grew up.
Indiana with the basketball. In white, going to our left, leading at 38-30. Early going second half from Bloomington. Assembly Hall. Here's a left wing three ball off the mark by Wilkerson. And you had a player for Wisconsin. Looked like he got poked a bit. That's Blackwell. No whistle. It will be Wisconsin ball anyway. All right, let's pretend the first minute of the second half never happened. And let's play some quality basketball. Here we go. Let's get some juice back in the building. Let's
go.
Quality play here. Looks like an extra cat nap during halftime. Wisconsin working it around the horn. Baseline drive, right side, Dipsy Do. No! It was a beautiful move by Nick Boyd, but he couldn't get the finish. Boyd with 11 points, but he's been a little bit off today. Now just 4 of 12 from the field. Wilkerson, left wing extended, feeds the post. Alexis banging in against the smaller defender and just plays bully ball. No chance that time for Nick Boyd, who's giving up about a half a foot.
How about the recognition by the Hoosiers? They went 4 out, 1 in, isolated, and boom.
And then Wisconsin has a response. Backdoor action and taking it strong for the two-hand slam is Nolan Winter. He has really saved the day. 16 points, a game high.
Might be the first time I've seen a Badger score at the basket uncontested in this game.
Everything has come hard for Wisconsin, who now trails at 40-32. Early action second half. Wilkerson give and go to Alexis, stops left elbow. Back up top to Wilkerson. Wilkerson puts it on the deck, left-handed dribble, and then just throws it out of bounds. Right after we were just praising him, that was a little bit of a wild pass.
Yeah, and the intended receiver was Enright. Not sure what Enright's going to do under the basket with two 6'10" guys around him.
You're asking a lot there. Know your personnel, as they say. 40-32, Indiana leading Wisconsin. Wisconsin basketball going to our right. Backdoor cut, baseline drive, right side, and another. That's 2 for 2, easy layups. That time it's Blackwell.
And that was, a mirror image of what happened last possession on the other side of the court. The backdoor action, 5 out, and then dribble drive, backdoor cut, wide open for a layup, uncontested again, Mike.
So that's great guard making some of those adjustments you were just talking about moments ago. Enright stops in the lane, just throws up a prayer and hits. I don't know if Connor Enright has ever had this kind of game in the post in his life, but he now has 9 points, most of them in the paint. 42-34, Indiana leading, 16:40 to go. Straight on three, left short, offensive rebound, tracked down, great hustle by Blackwell. And Blackwell holds it between the rings. Couple dribbles to his right, back up to the right wing, gets it on the return, now puts it on the deck, and lost it. Too loose on the handle. Indiana on the steal. Wilkerson goes downhill, now pull up three. No. Alexis flying in, offensive rebound, throws it up top. Wilkerson straight ahead, over to the right wing, Enright. And Enright says, nope. Enright now puts it on the deck and goes back up top to DeVries. DeVries to Enright. Enright, right-handed dribble, takes it strong. They are just picking on Nick Boyd every time he's defending.
Enright again gets right to the rim, puts his head down and goes. 11 points.
Somebody saw something on the scout report that said Nick Boyd can't cover anybody. 44-34, Indiana leads, under 16 to go. We're in a break zone. Catch up top on the perimeter, outside left it comes. Baseline drive and a foul call to reach in on Wilkerson, and that'll bring us to a media timeout. It will be Wisconsin basketball when we return. 15:39 to go. Hoosiers back up by 10, 44-34 over Wisconsin. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore futureforfootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Mike Morgan, Jon Babul with you in Bloomington, Indiana. It is frigid outside, snow on the ground, temperatures ideal here inside historic Assembly Hall. 44-34, Indiana leading Wisconsin with 15:39 to go. We mentioned Wisconsin, red-hot team, winners of 7 of the last 8, but this has not been one of their better performances, particularly on the offensive end. Speaking of good performances, we should probably see at least one, maybe two, if Ohio State shows up. Our next broadcast will be the number 2 Wolverines taking on their ultimate rivals, the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's tomorrow in Columbus. We'll be with you. Our pregame show starts at 12:30 Eastern Time. You give Ohio State any chance in that one, John?
I always give Ohio State a chance in Columbus.
Yeah.
They have a veteran point guard, and they play well at home. They're going to get after it.
Get after it. They've had a couple of big wins already on the season. A chance to pick up one tomorrow. Look forward to joining you. Paul Biancardi will be our esteemed analyst on that ball game about 24 hours from now. Shot clock at 5 for the Badgers. Going to our right, stepping back, measuring a 3, and hitting is Blackwell. Blackwell just kind of methodically dribbled, floated behind the line, and sinks the triple to make it 44-37.
He only had 2 points in the first half. He's averaging 18.5 per game in Big Ten play. He's now up to 7.
Yeah, the Killer Bees need to crank it up here. Wilkerson runs into a brick wall, left wing. Feeds Alexis. Alexis scoops it over to his teammate DeVries up top. Now DeVries working his way in the lane, and a beautiful, strong move by the 6'7 senior, the coach's son, Tucker DeVries.
Took it right at Carrington off the bounce. Indiana having success in the second half going off the bounce, dribble penetration.
46-37 our score, 14:35 to go. Badgers in front court, baseline drive and barreling over the defender. No whistle, no call, and a bucket for Blackwell makes it 46-39.
Blackwell going right at that end-right matchup. That's 2 consecutive plays. He's put his head down and just bulldozed his way to the basket.
Yeah, he plowed right over him like a monster truck rally. 7-point game, closing in on 14 minutes to go. And then a reach-in foul. That'll be number 0 in red. That's Braden Carrington, the 6'5 senior. Carrington's a transfer from Tulsa. Both these teams heavy in the portal, which has become so commonplace now in college basketball, where older is better. Hoosiers inbound at baseline right. It's Enright. Pulls the trigger into the corner on the right side. That's DeVries. DeVries puts the ball down below his knees. Now takes a couple of dribbles, goes back up top to Enright. Fake the three. Left wing to Wilkerson. 8 on the shot clock. Enright driving right. Drops off a beautiful feed to Alexis, who's fouled from behind. Boy, Enright so crisp and so pure with his passes, even in traffic.
Yeah, you can see his assist-to-turnover ratio 3.75 on the season, and that's the reason he plays 30-plus minutes per game. He's so good with the basketball, he will not get you beat. And today, he's scoring at the rim.
And he's got 11 points. His season high actually came against Connecticut, where he poured in 18. Baseline inbounds from the left side, comes to Alexis in the left corner, up to Enright. Now off the curl, DeVries. Pump fake on the rocker step, back up top. Into the hands of number 7, that's Dorn, who's been ultra quiet. DeVries puts it on the deck, left side, Euro step in the lane, draws the foul, count the basket! A beautiful drive and finish by Tucker DeVries. A chance at 3 the hard way.
He gets the continuation. Point of emphasis in the rules this year in NCAA play is, give a little leniency on that continuation, and he certainly got hit, finished. It's fluid as well.
I like the continuation. I think we, for whatever reason, we, in a college game, fight trying to be more like the NBA, where all these kids want to play. I think continuation's a welcome addition.
I very much agree with that. It's a great call, great basketball play. He should be rewarded for that.
How many more points would Jon Babul have in his career if they had continuation back in the day? One can only wonder, as DeVries completes the 3-point play to make it a 10-point game, 49-39, 13:40 to go here in Bloomington, Indiana. Wisconsin going to our right. Stand-up dribble up top by Boyd. Goes right wing over to his backcourt mate Blackwell. Blackwell starting to heat up. They work it around the horn over to the left wing. That's Rhodey. Rhodey, a lot of dribbling, crosses over, driving kick. Here's a left corner 3 on the way, left short. Flying in for the rebound for Indiana is Miles. Now Enright puts up the tempo and takes it into front court. Up top, DeVries. DeVries feeling it. DeVries, a rise and fire, barely grazed the iron, but off of Indiana. I thought it was off of Wisconsin. Nick Boyd, yeah, I got that right. Heck, we're 100 feet away, and I can still see that was off number 2 in red, Nick Boyd. It will be Indiana basketball.
Yeah, that was an easy call. Went right off his left foot.
No need to go to the review monitors, which thankfully we have not done so far today, knock on wood. It will be Indiana basketball. Inbounding at baseline right. Comes into Enright, right wing extended. Up top, off a curl, DeVries. DeVries, 3 ball. Got it! Rattled it home. And all of a sudden, DeVries is heating up. He's got 14, and the lead for Indiana is 13. 52-39, under 13 to play.
The energy picking up in here as well. It's palpable right now. Hoosiers trying to pull away.
Great ball movement, sets up the open 3, and there we have it. A foul of the jump shooter from behind the arc. The foul is against Bailey, and about to shoot 3 free throws for Wisconsin is number 31 in red, Nolan Winter. John, we were just talking about this at Auburn a week ago. The inability to contest a 3 without fouling.
Yeah, and Reed Bailey, we're talking about a guy, transferred in from Davidson, high IQ guy, good academic guy, academic All-American, and just can't execute, basic scouting report stuff. You don't want to foul a 3-point shooter in the act, especially when you're up 12.
75% at the line is Winter, number 31 in red, now 2 for 2 as he splashes home the second. If he can go 3 for 3, it's back to a 10-point game. This would make it 52-42 with 12:40 to go. Looking into an ocean of fat heads provided by the student section, he calmly buries all 3. 10-point game, 52-42 Indiana. Enright into front court, trying to get a whistle called, can't get it. Dribbling between the rings. Stand-up dribble, now goes up top to DeVries. Hot hand Number 12 in white, probing the left side, now along the baseline, throws it inside, driving and shooting and getting it blocked that time was Miles, and it will be out of bounds to Wisconsin. He took it right at Nolan Winter, who on top of everything else is a good shot blocker, and Nolan Winter is the reason why Wisconsin even has a chance in this game. 19 points, 7 rebounds, and another block there.
He's been tremendous. Indiana on that possession, they continue to probe the defense, work the clock. I like the way they're playing in this one. The pace is under their control, and they're getting what they want. It's a nice defensive play by the Badgers on that one, but Indiana's in control of this.
Stop and pop jumper is no good. Not a bad look, but Rhodey can't hit. He's been cold. He's now 1 for 7. Wilkerson, two-man game. They work it around into the hands of DeVries, left wing. Back up top, Wilkerson. Pump fake. Wilkerson attacks the rim, and Wilkerson weaving his way. Feathery touch with the left-handed layup, and Indiana's up by 12. Blackwell, right wing. Drives the right baseline, pump fake, shot up, and got it. It was kind of an awkward play. I didn't even think he needed the pump fake. He could have just laid it in.
He made it more difficult, but he's finished. He's got 11 points now. Again, only 2 in the first half, so he's been a catalyst for the Badgers offensively. They need it badly.
54-44, drive and kick by DeVries into the hands of Enright. Enright goes all the way left to right on the dribble, keeps his dribble alive, then gives it off to Wilkerson. Right wing extended, shot clock ticking down to 5. Wilkerson barreling in and then stops on a dime. The fade, the fire, 15 for Wilkerson, 56-44 IU.
He left Blackwell in Indianapolis on that. Created about 8 feet of space on the stop on the dime and fade.
And then a high kiss off the glass by the lefty Nick Boyd, back to a 10-point game, 56-46. 13 points now for Boyd. Under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Wilkerson straight on, guarded closely, lob pass down low, inside, tipped away, out of bounds, and it will be Indiana basketball when we return. 10:34 to go. It's the Hoosiers 56, the Badgers 46. More coming up from Bloomington. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleep-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Sometimes it's simple game, John. Who hits shots? Who doesn't make shots? Right now, Indiana is shooting a sizzling 57%. Wisconsin is at 38%, well below their season average. They've missed close ones. They've missed three-point shots more than they normally do. They just haven't been able to find a rhythm on offense.
And the Hoosiers have done a nice job boxing out, keeping Wisconsin off the glass on those second chances from the long miss. So Indiana's just doing enough to get it done, Mike. And offensively, I said it earlier, I love the way they're working the clock, moving the ball, great player movement, great spacing, and they're attacking off the bounce. They're in good shape right now. They're controlling pace.
It'll be a huge win for Indiana. Indiana does have a couple of them, including a win against Purdue. That'll look good on the resume. And an overtime win against UCLA. That's another one that'll certainly look good in March. A win against Wisconsin at home, a team that right now is projected in the field of 68. Yes, that would be another one. That would improve their conference record to 7-6, 16-8 overall if they're able to hold on. They've got 4 players in double figures, led by the Big Ten's second leading scorer, Lamar Wilkerson. He's an interesting story. He's from Arkansas, late bloomer, goes JUCO, goes Sam Houston State. He becomes one of the hot portal guys. Kentucky wanted him badly. Indiana beats Kentucky for him, and you can't imagine this team without number 3 in white. Indiana with the basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Up top, into the hands of Enright. Enright, dipsy-do, strong take, missed it that time though, and flying in for the board is Nolan Winter, flirting with another double-double. He's got 10 of them on the year. Right corner, Blackwell. Up top, now on the reversal left side, it's Rhodey. Back to the right side, and Blackwell just dribbled it off his leg. The junior, who is so talented and such a great weapon for this Wisconsin squad. It has not been his night thus far.
And the Hoosiers switched defensively there. A little matchup zone coming out of the dead ball situation. Nice adjustment by Coach DeVries.
Under 10 minutes to go. 10-point lead Indiana. Ball comes inside, hanging and firing. No, but a block foul called. Reed Bailey took off with absolutely no regard for humanity and said, I'm going to draw some type of contact and hope to get the whistle. And the former Davidson Wildcat got just that. He'll go to the line for a pair.
And Bailey in Big Ten games this year is 52 of 67 from the line, 77% shooter. So he's a good one. Both these teams shoot the ball well from the free throw line.
Yeah, 79 for Indiana, 78 for Wisconsin. The problem for Wisconsin, they've barely been there today, just 3 times. As the first free throw is through, 57-46, IU with 9:48 to play. Second one rattles out, but an offensive rebound for Indiana. Wilkerson trying to make them pay with a 3, missed it. Rebound corralled, and a timeout, I believe, called by Carrington. Or did they give him the timeout? Yeah, they gave him the timeout. He hit the deck. He knew he was in trouble. A savvy move to keep possession. Indiana leading at 57-46, 9:40 to go. And a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trunk. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Brian Dancel back with you across the many affiliates across the country here on Elite Media Network, our Elite Media Network station on TuneIn and iHeart. And you can also try our YouTube channel, Elite Media Network, to see our smiling faces as we call this one from Assembly Hall. It's Indiana 57, Wisconsin 46. Big stretch here with 9:35 to go. Wisconsin with the basketball going to our right, dressed in red. Ball into the corner. Blackwell, part of that killer bee offense. He feeds Winter, who's been the best scorer. Blackwell back up top. Blackwell puts it on the deck. Right elbow, keeps the dribble alive. Backing in, now kills the dribble. Goes into the right corner. Three ball on the way and knocked down. That is Nick Boyd. That is the killer bees doing what they've done most of the year. 57-49 Indiana. Enright up top. Stops left wing. Backdoor cut and a kick basketball. That's not a bad thing if you're Nolan Winter in Wisconsin, because that was going to be 2 easy points.
Yeah, Wilkerson was overplayed. Dribble drive action, backdoor cut. It was wide open.
Indiana inbounding it. Baseline right. Enright. Slaps the basketball. Looking. That flirted with a 5-second call. Throws it in and gets it and curls up top. Now puts it on the deck right side, taking it, stopping just outside the lane on the right side. 10 on the shot clock. Strong drive, right side and a block. Gosh, Nolan Winter, what a player. Nolan Winter blocks it. Here comes Boyd racing into front court. Goes full throttle and draws the foul on Enright, much to the dismay of the Indiana faithful. There's about 15,000 Hoosier fans that disagreed vehemently with the call, but it doesn't matter. The foul will be against the Hoosiers. That's only the third team foul. It's not on the shot, so Wisconsin will trigger it from the baseline right side. Quickly into the corner, and trying to draw a whistle was Carrington. His legs just kind of kicked out. He does not get it, nor does he get the shot. Indiana rebounds it. Here comes DeVries in the front court and handing it off to Enright. Enright left wing. 8.5 to go. Enright up top. DeVries lobs it down low. They tried high-low, but a great job reading it that time and deflecting the pass was Carrington. Here come the Badgers. Up top, crossover dribble. Boyd draws the foul. He's so quick on that crossover. He also had a body hitting the deck. Who else? Nolan Winter. He has just been everywhere today for Wisconsin.
Winter was sealing Bailey on the backside of the action, had the lob play. Bailey's only choice was to foul on that play, but it was due to Winter's activity and aggressiveness off the ball.
Can't say enough about what Winter has done. 19 points, 9 rebounds, flirting with his 11th double-double of the year. Ball comes right wing, now straight up top to Rhodey. Almost a turnover. It squirts out left wing and right place, right time. That was just luck for Wisconsin. It was a bad pass. Carrington got it through heavy traffic, triggered a three. Would you believe it's a 5-point game? 57-52 IU under 8 to play.
A little shot of life for the Badgers. The bench is up. They're feeling a little bit of hope. This is the closest they've been in the second half.
In a while, Indiana's dominated the second half, but not this stanza here. Under 9 to shoot now for the Hoosiers. Ball comes left of the lane, Alexis. Alexis backing in on Winter. Mano a mano. Alexis fade and fire. That's just a tough shot. Good defense, but a better shot.
Yeah, Winter had his left hand extended. It was a very tough shot, fading from the basket.
And then taking it right into the tall timber was Nick Boyd. Blocked out of bounds, and again off his body. It's the second time that's happened. It'll be Indiana basketball when we come back. 7:23 to play. Hoosiers 59, Badgers 52. It's NCAA basketball on Elite Media Network.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleepy-in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's going to help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not going to beat the quality. You're not going to beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on Instagram. In-game highlights, previews, updated news from college football, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow us at Elite Media Sports.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Stay up to date with Elite Media Network by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow at Elite Media Sport.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Let's take a look at a couple of scores that are going on around the country. With 4 minutes remaining in the second half, number 9 Nebraska leads Rutgers 75-58. Number 18 Virginia leads Syracuse 59-50. 8 minutes remaining in that game. Number 21 Arkansas leads Mississippi State by 15, 74-59. And over in the ACC, number 24 Louisville leads Wake Forest 71-64. A little over a half left in that second half. Up the road here in West Lafayette, number 12 Purdue looking to shake off their couple losses over the last couple of weeks. Lead Oregon 32-27. Back to Mike and John.
Oregon will be the opponent 2 days from now in this building, and they will celebrate the 1976 perfect national championship squad, the last team to pull that feat off 50 years ago. Bobby Knight and company, of course, did it in 1976. Indiana leading at 59-52 with 7:24 to go. Mike Morgan, Jon Babul. Wisconsin will inbound at baseline right. It'll be Nick Boyd pulling the trigger, trying to find a cutter somewhere. Goes inside to Blackwell. Blackwell banging in on Wilkerson and draws a foul. Wilkerson contested the shot and must have gotten the wrist. So Blackwell, a little bit of a bailout. That would have been a tough shot, but Blackwell will get a pair of free throws and try to tack on to an 11-point day.
Badgers perfect from the line, 3 for 3, but this is a team coming into today, 22 free throw attempts per game. They usually score 17 at the line. Today, just 4 now, as Blackwell makes the first.
And Blackwell, 85% free throw shooter, third year with the Badgers. All Big Ten selection a year ago. He averages 18.5, and he cuts it to 5, 59-54 with 7 and change to go. We got a ball game, Jon Babul.
We do. IU, 3 timeouts remaining, and Wisconsin holding on to 2.
Indiana has led this game throughout. Wisconsin has never led. Alexis, again, bully ball down low. That's just a complete mismatch. Somehow he's winding up on smaller defenders almost every time out. Carrington just got muscled out of the way.
That's exactly like you said. He got bullied. Indiana's done that all day. 38-20 on points in the paint, plus 18 advantage. It's bully ball right now.
Fans on their feet, Assembly Hall. Drive and kick, sets up an open 3. Blackwell from the corner, no. And a whistle, push from behind was Carrington. He was flying in for the rebound, and somebody gave him a little shove in the lower back, and the officiating crew did not miss that one. And we're getting closer and closer to where free throws will be a factor. Each team now with 6 fouls, or is that 7 on IU? They have not updated it. That should be 7, I believe. Yeah, the scoreboard says, no, okay, they're right. It is 6. They'll inbound it from the baseline. Comes into the right corner. 3 ball off the top of the backboard. That's in play, though. Blackwell gets the offensive rebound. Into the hands of Winter. Now right wing. Here's Carrington. Baseline drive. Takes it all the way and rattles it in. Strong take and the bucket. And it makes it 61-56. And now a whistle in the backcourt. DeVries is yelling at one of the officials. I'm not sure about what, John.
I think he thought that the ball, when it hit the top of the backboard, bounced up and hit the top of the shot clock. He wanted it out of bounds and hit the back side of the shot clock. Would have been out of bounds. I don't think I've ever seen a ball skip from a corner 3 all the way to the other side of the ball, off the top of the backboard and stay in play. That's odd.
Very odd. If it hits the top of the backboard, it's in. If it hits the shot clock or any part of it, it's not. I'll tell you what is in. The ball through the hoop for Alexis on an and 1 on the other end. So just when Wisconsin cuts into the lead, Indiana retakes momentum, 63-56 Hoosiers with 6:07 to go.
Yeah, Tucker DeVries had words with the official and right back at it. He's pounding Alexis. Great play. So quick turnaround. Indiana answers the bell.
Alexis with a free throw here now has the last 7 points for Indiana, and it's an 8-point game. Hoosiers up 64-56. Fans back to their feet. Ball up top. Blackwell, scissor dribble, left wing, now probing, fading, firing, and hitting, and count the basket. What a shot by Jon Blackwell when the Badgers needed it most to make it 64-58 with 5:51 to play.
Blackwell now 6 of 14 from the field. He's got 15 points in this. I didn't realize how strong he was with his back to the basket.
Yeah.
He puts the smaller player on his hip and kind of probes the defense and uses his muscle and size to score in the interior.
Gets the friendly bounce. The Big Ten's 8th leading scorer now has 16 to make it a 5-point game again. 64-59. Indiana under 6 minutes to go. Ball comes left wing. DeVries feeds Alexis left of the lane. Alexis wants more, bullying his way inside. Alexis wheeling, dealing, left hand. Yes! Absolutely took Nolan Winter to school. 66-59 IU. Rhodey. They work it around the horn, right wing into the hands of Boyd. Boyd takes it on Alexis. Boyd in the trees, throws it up there, no good. Follow is no good, and it squirts back out. Blackwell up top, stepping into a 3, too strong, and a long rebound, corralled by Boyd. 3-ball left corner is in. It's Rhodey with the triple, and it's a 4-point game with 4:55 to play.
Rhodey's first basket of the game, a huge one. He was 1 of 5 from 3, or 0 of 5 from 3 before that make.
Yeah, he had been ice cold, but he was completely left alone in scramble mode off the offensive rebound. 4:39 and counting, 66-62. DeVries drive and kick. They work it around left side. Here's Dorn. Dorn probing, bellied up on the baseline. Back out to DeVries, 3 to shoot. DeVries recognizes rise and fire, and he got fouled. He got fouled by Blackwell. That's 3 free throws. Another foul on a 3-point shooter, and that was a desperation 3 at best. The shot clock was ticking down, and he must have grazed the right elbow. But you just can't do it, John.
I know. Just got too close. He looked like he stayed vertical with his hands
right,
north to south, which is what you want to do, but I think his left foot got under the landing foot of the shooter, and that's where the foul occurred.
They briefly reviewed just to make sure it was behind the arc, to make sure it's 3 free throws, not 2. But it will be 3. And going to that free throw line will be DeVries. He's an 85% free throw shooter. A 2-time Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year at Drake, then followed his dad to West Virginia, and again followed Pops to Indiana, and he missed the first free throw. Crowd starting to feel a little anxiety. You got 4:28 to go. It's a 4-point game, John.
Yeah, the Badgers, you have to play 40 minutes against them. They can shoot the ball, they execute, they don't beat themselves, very rarely turn it over, they make their free throws. You got to put 40 minutes together to beat them.
Second free throw is through, 67-62 Indiana.
Can hear a pin dropping.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Silence.
They are really offering silence to the next level. I feel guilty even describing what happens here, but I'm obligated to do so. So here's the third free throw, and he sinks that one. So 2 for 3 at the line. 68-62. Indiana up by 6. Crowd back to its feet. Boyd in the front court, between the rings. Outside left into the hands of Carrington. Up top, Rhodey. Rhodey lobs it down low. Pump fake, shot up, blocked. DeVries rejects it, and then throwing it off the defender is Enright. A heads-up play. It'll be Indiana ball.
How about those two plays? DeVries with the hustle play, the awareness to come from behind the action, block it, and then his teammate, Enright, keeps it alive.
Just about every player we talk about today in Indiana was playing for somebody else a year ago. 10 portal players, but man, do they play so well together. And that time, DeVries got a little cute on the crossover and dribbled it right out of bounds. Wisconsin basketball when we come back, and 4 minutes to play. Don't go anywhere. We are coming down to the wire as we thought we might. It's Indiana 68, Wisconsin 62. More coming up from Assembly Hall. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit chefwilliamturner.com. chefwilliamturner.com. A nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99-night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week, heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall. I am your host, Brian Dancel. Our score here Indiana 68, Wisconsin 62. Gentlemen, I've got a stat for the both of you. Something that's keeping Wisconsin in this game, all of those offensive rebounds currently leads Indiana 14-6 on the offensive boards. Mike and John, back to you.
Yeah, that was a concern going in. Again, Wisconsin bigger, better on the glass. Indiana certainly undersized. Wisconsin has been able to get second and third shots, John, even though they just have not shot the ball particularly well in this game. A little bit better in the second half. At times, the Killer Bees, Boyd and Blackwell, were off their game, but here they are, 4 minutes even left to play. 68-62 Indiana, they're right in it.
And the Badgers, if they do lose this game, it'll only be their second loss this season, where they've made 10 plus threes. They got 10 in this one. Yeah. This will be the second time since the loss to Villanova where they have made 10 threes in a game and lose it. Tough to beat. Badgers are tough to shake.
And this Indiana team, I think this would, I don't know if people would call it a major upset. Certainly Vegas would not, but I think people would look at this and say, wow, this Indiana team is peaking at the right time, playing much better basketball in the month of February. Wisconsin ball going to our right. Badgers in red, Hoosiers in white. Between the rings, killing the dribble is Rhodey. Rhodey leaves it off for Carrington. Outside right into the hands of Nick Boyd, their leading scorer. Boyd, rise and fire three. Yes, nothing but the bottom of the net. And don't look now, it's a one-possession game, 68-65.
Boyd now with 19 points, 5 triples. That's the 6th game this season where he's had 5 plus threes in a game.
Got to give him credit. At times he's been humbled today, but he keeps just grinding and going after it. Very aggressive. DeVries off one leg in the lane, kind of a Dirk Nowitzki type shot, and missed it. Rebound Badgers, a chance to tie with a 3. Boyd dribbling on the IU logo. Now floating left side on the blow by, gets the contact, blocked by Alexis. He wanted the whistle, did not get it. Here comes the Hoosiers quickly in the front court. Wilkerson into the left corner, 3 on the way from Dorn, off the mark, and the rebound corralled by Nolan Winter, who just secured another double-double.
Dorn's been held scoreless today. He's averaging 18 per game for the last 4.
Yeah.
Entered the starting lineup. So
and ice cold in this ball game. Blackwell up top, takes it in the lane, a little slice and dice, back out right wing. Baseline drive, hanging, firing, and a late whistle for Carrington, and he will go to the line for a pair with 2:33 to go. Would you believe Wisconsin, who has trailed this game the entire way, with 2 free throws here, could make it 68-67 Indiana, a 1-point game. Indiana, we talked about the upper hand that Wisconsin has had in this matchup of late. This would be a backbreaker if the Hoosiers somehow, while leading almost the entire game and having a double-digit lead for much of the afternoon, succumbed to the Badgers and lost this game at home. First free throw tickles the twine for Carrington, who fires him up at 73%. 7 points now for Carrington, the transfer from Tulsa. And he does the same on the second, 2 for 2. 1-point game in Bloomington, 2:30 to go. 68-67, Indiana up by 1 point with the basketball going right to left. Ball comes right wing extended to Enright. Enright up top, Wilkerson. Wilkerson's been quiet here of late. Wilkerson jab step, now goes back out to Enright, gets it on the return, 10 on the shot clock. Wilkerson looking to drive, can't get any daylight. They work it around left corner. 3 on the shot clock, 2 on the shot clock. Dorn, desperation heave, no. And off of Alexis out of bounds. Wisconsin has the ball with 2:01 to go and a chance to take its first lead of the day.
This will not go away. Just stubborn, stingy defense. They shut down the driving angles there and made it tough. It was east to west passing by Indiana. They ran out of clock. Great defensive stand by the Badgers.
Badgers walk it up into front court. It's Boyd on the dribble. Boyd going left side. Alexis picks him up with a mismatch there. Now Blackwell driving in the lane. Fade and fire. Yes! Wisconsin has its first lead of the afternoon with 1:43 to go. 69-68. Indiana has 3 timeouts left. Wisconsin has 2. Enright, left wing, fans on their feet now just with anxiety. Enright looking, driving in the lane, sweeping left to right, draws some contact, missed the shot, tapped around, and corralled by Wisconsin. Blackwell cradles the rebound, and now it's Boyd going to walk it up the floor with the Badgers up by a point, 1:15 to go.
And a dejected, silent fan base right now, in shock. Wisconsin has come out of nowhere to take the lead by 1 with the ball. A minute to play.
You can feel the air come out of this building. 7 on the shot clock. Blackwell takes it right on Wilkerson. Kick out pass. 3 ball. Yes! Nolan Winter from downtown. And Wisconsin is up 72-68 with 52 seconds to play. Wilkerson in the trees. Blocked, but a whistle and a foul. A foul on the Badgers. And it'll be 2 free throws for Indiana. And the Hoosiers will try to make it 72-70. Stations, let's pause 10 down the line for identification. You're listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network. This is the guy you want on the line. 87% is Wilkerson. Nothing but net on the first one to make it 72-69. A 1-possession game with 50.3 on the clock. Silence by the sellout crowd. There's some empty seats in the way upper deck, but probably 15,000 fannies in the seats. Many of them standing now as the second free throw is in. It's a 2-point game, 72-70. Wisconsin full court pressure in a trap. Wisconsin able to break the timeline, get it in the front court, and circling around is Rhodey, and he finds Blackwell, and back into the hands of Nick Boyd. Boyd going to bleed some clock, 15 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. Stand up, dribble outside right, now 10 on the shot clock. Boyd puts it in forward, drives the right side, kick out pass, wide open 3 on the way from the corner, missed it, tapped around, rebound Indiana. Shot clock is off, 22 seconds. Wilkerson in the front court, and Wilkerson, Indiana will not call timeout. Wilkerson draws a foul on the penetration, a bump foul by Rhodey, and he will go back to the line. The double bonus means 2 free throws and a chance to tie it.
Strategically, interesting call by coach there. He chose not to call the timeout. He's sitting on 3, but the ball is in your best offensive player's hands.
Right.
You're going downhill, and he's got faith. He knows his man's going to go attack and pick up the foul.
And you don't allow the defense a chance to set up. That's always
that's strategic
the argument
right there.
Yep.
Very strategic.
Wilkerson, first free throw. Perfect. 72-71. He needs the second to tie it with 16.6, and then Wisconsin does have 2 timeouts. They can elect to choose one, use one rather, and maybe hit a game winner. Second free throw, same as the first, nothing but the bottom of the net. We're tied at 72 with 16 seconds to play. Into the front court come the Badgers and Blackwell, and a timeout called right in front of head coach Greg Gard with 11.2 on the clock, 72-72. Mike Morgan, Jon Babul, what a ball game, what a finish we have in store for you. Let's talk some strategy here, John. What's the message here during the timeout? Where do you think Wisconsin goes on this final possession?
Well, number one, they've got to execute the pass first. You want to go meet it, go to it and through it when you're connecting with that pass so Indiana can't shoot the gap and get a turnover. You got to think they're going to go to Boyd, their primary ball handler. If not, the secondary, Blackwell, has had much success in the second half. Blackwell with 16 points second half, 6 of 7 from the field. He's been to the line. He's perfect. That's my bet. If you can't go to your 1-2 option, Winter's not a bad guy. Throw it inside and let him get it.
The X factor in all this could very well be number 31, Nolan Winter, who loves to just kind of float on the outside, a stretch big who can hit from downtown. He already has 3 triples today. Meanwhile, defensively, if you're Indiana and you're Coach DeVries, what's the message for the Hoosiers defensively?
Well, I got to imagine they're just going to play solid. They're going to switch everything on the perimeter, and you got to switch to contain. Your enemy right now is if you give up dribble penetration into the paint, collapse your D, then your rebounding assignments are messed up. So you got to watch for the tip in too. Wisconsin can be good on the boards here with a tip in with the clock expiring.
Wisconsin does have one timeout left if they struggle to get the ball in bounds initially. Indiana certainly does not want to foul here and let the Badgers win it at the free throw line. Again, 11.2 on the clock. Rohde's going to inbound it sideline right. He is going to be hounded by DeVries. Nope, they're going to let him inbound it uncovered. Wisconsin gets it in easily, and right on the IU logo at midcourt is Blackwell. Blackwell drifting left. Blackwell with 2 seconds. Blackwell with one. Fade and fire. Missed it. And we're heading to overtime. The clock hits 0. We've got OT here in Bloomington. Not a terrible look, but Blackwell, who's had the hot hand, unable to convert.
And Blackwell, you said it, he got a great look. About 12 feet from the basket. He's hit 2 of those this half. Missed by about 2 inches to the right. 2 inches.
We are looking right at that goal, and when it left his hand, it looked like it had a really good chance. But instead, the 15,000 plus fans will remain in the building. The clock now shows 5 minutes. This is historic, our first ever overtime broadcast for college basketball here on Elite Media Network. Mike Morgan, Jon Babul, Brian Dancel, great to be with you, and what a great ball game that we've had. We had a feeling this one was going to be like this. These two teams so well coached, and give Wisconsin credit. That is the sign of a well coached team. They were down, and it looked like maybe even out for a while there, but they just kept chipping away and never panicked.
Yeah, and they didn't deviate much from their offensive strategy. What they did in the second half was they made their three-pointers. They were 6 of 14 from the three-point stripe in the second half. Indiana struggled, just 1 of 7 from 3 in the second half, and there was a +5 rebound advantage for Badgers in that half. So that's how they got back into it. They made shots, which they missed in the first half, and they got a few more extra possessions with the rebounding.
Right. Brian, let's check in with some scores.
Well, being in the state of basketball definitely does not disappoint. They just played a clip from the movie Hoosiers on the scoreboard here. Let's see, a couple finals that have already gone this morning. Number 9, Nebraska beats Rutgers 80-68. Number 18, Virginia gets a 72-59 victory over Syracuse. And over in the SEC, number 21, Arkansas gets a 20-point win over Mississippi State, 88-68. Currently in the top 25, number 24, Louisville holding on to a 5-point lead against Wake Forest, 85-80. Less than 2 minutes left in that game. It just gone to half up in West Lafayette. Number 12, Purdue, with a 36-34 lead over Oregon. Now, for some overtime basketball, let's head back to Mike and John.
Boy, that's got a good ring to it, doesn't it, for some overtime basketball. That's what we have right here. Indiana, Wisconsin, Big Ten battle. Two teams that are on the proverbial bubble, if you will. The 9 line, according to bracketologist Joe Lenardi. They'll jump center at midcourt. Premature jump, and then an actual jump after the ball was released by Nolan Winter. Wisconsin wins the tip, and they'll have it first here in the 5-minute overtime session. Going to our right, Winter, who has played so well, number 31 in red, had it up top. Now they drive and kick, set up Blackwell on a corner 3, kicks off the iron, no good, and flying in for the rebound is DeVries. Connor Enright walks it into front court left side. Looking up at Boyd. A lot of movement. He probes the right side, stops at the right elbow, looking for a teammate. Finds one right corner. That's Carrington. Now left side. Here's that man, Wilkerson. Step back 3. Missed it. Tapped out. And it will be Indiana ball off of Wisconsin. Now Wisconsin is pleading for a review, pleading for a challenge, which we have not had one in this game. They're looking over at Coach Guard and saying, go ahead. Coach Guard is not buying it. Wilkerson, another 3, another miss, tapped around, and fighting for the rebound in the trees is Blackwell. And he got it, and Wisconsin has it. A minute into the overtime period, tied at 72. Blackwell circles up top between the rings. Now left side, Boyd. Boyd lobbing it down low to Winter. Winter working the block. Winter banks it home. Too good a position. He carved space down low, and an easy bucket for the 7-footer.
It was the 2-man game on the perimeter that forced the switch on defense, which left Enright, giving up about a foot to Winner. The mismatch, Badgers found it, went at it, successful.
3.5 to go. Badgers up by a deuce. DeVries stops in the left corner, looking for a teammate, goes back up top to Enright. Enright floating to the right side. Enright taking it again, trying to muscle his way in there. Missed it, got his own rebound. Believe that. Smallest guy on the floor, living in the paint and getting his offensive rebound. 10 seconds on the shot clock. DeVries driving left side, drive and kick. Tried to hit a teammate, but right through the hands of Carrington. Wisconsin ball. Under 3 to play. 74-72 Badgers. Boyd driving. Boyd left hand blocked. Rejected by Alexis. Here come the Hoosiers the other way. Enright, drive and kick. Wilkerson, right wing, thinking about it. Wants a screen, doesn't get it. Now probes the right side, banging bodies, throws it up, and it pops out. Got an offensive rebound, missed a second time. Alexis got it, fell to the ground, and now Wilkerson gets it, runs into a brick wall, and a foul is called. Wow.
And Alexis is down. He hurt his lower body, I think his ankle, on the last play. He hobbled up the floor, and right now he's limping, looking over to the bench. That will hurt Indiana if he has to come out. So you got a knee in the quadricep. Little Charlie horse.
So Wilkerson will toe the line.
Wilkerson to the line to shoot 2.
19 points and a perfect 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. He needs 2 to tie it here with 2:21 to go. And there's a little bit of an explanation going on. The officials talked to Coach DeVries, and now they're at the scoring table. So we got some kind of review. I'm not sure what this is all about. We do have a microphone hooked up, so we'll get the verdict, but we don't know. They don't tell you, unlike in football, they don't necessarily tell you exactly what they're looking at. You know, sometimes it's whether or not it could be a flagrant foul. I didn't see anything that would rise to the level of an F1. Well, regardless, John, 74-72, 2:21 to go. Wilkerson's going to have a chance to tie this. I think that much we do know. And well, now we do have an explanation. He didn't turn his mic on, so we can't hear, but it doesn't look like anything changed at all.
Didn't get a lot of help there, Mike.
No, kind of left us on an island. So Wilkerson does shoot a pair. That much we know. And if he hits 2, it'll be tied at 74 with 2:21 to go. Young man out of Arkansas, a couple years of JUCO, a couple years at Sam Houston State. Buries the first one. Everybody wanted this kid in the portal. Instant offense. Kentucky thought they had him. Indiana came in and said, nope, we're going to offer him the chance to be the guy. And really, that's what he's been. The second one hits the rim about 3 or 4 times and drops. Tie ball game. 2:21 to go, 74 all, and a timeout on the floor. We will keep it here.
Well, I think, Mike, right now Indiana has got to be happy that, you know, it's a tie game. Wisconsin, I think Indiana took the best blow from Wisconsin. Right now they got to get one stop. They've got the home crowd behind them. I love that they're playing through Wilkerson. He has the hot hand with 21. You know who's been great? Alexis. Alexis has 19 points in this game. Indiana has 9 block shots in the game, 4 of them coming from Alexis. He's erased some points at the basket. He's really allowed Indiana to stay in the game when Wisconsin could be up 2 possessions right now.
That is the sneakiest 19 points I can recall. He's 9 for 10 from the field. 19 points, 7 rebounds. Yeah, he's been a difference maker in this second half. What does Wisconsin look to do here?
Wisconsin, I think, just got to do the same thing. They have great spacing offensively. They have 5 guys spread. And what we saw earlier on the last possession was a mismatch forced on the dribble handoff on the wing. They got a wide open post up, a foot advantage in the post. They're going to continue to run their stuff, Mike. They're going to spread the floor. They're going to throw the ball, either pick and roll on the wing or dribble handoff on the wing, try to force a switch, and they're going to go to the basket.
Extra strategy discussed here. And the final 2 minutes and 21-second timeout here. It will be Wisconsin basketball. Again, Wisconsin trailed for 39 minutes and then took the lead. Indiana came back, put it into overtime. Wisconsin had a chance to win it on a 12-footer. Contested, but makeable. Blackwell missed it, and here we are in overtime, tied at 74.
I imagine you're going to put it in Boyd's hands. Let him operate. Your second option is Blackwell. He's had the hot hand. He's got 14 points in the second half. And Winter's been outstanding. Just consistent all night. He's always a threat inside the paint.
Boyd across the timeline, up top to Winter. Now right wing Blackwell. Up top Rhodey. Straight away Carrington. And finally in the hands of Boyd between the circles. 8 on the shot clock. Boyd whips it over right wing to Rhodey. Lob pass down low. Winter fouled by DeVries and just missed it. That was almost an and one, but it will be 2 free throws for Nolan Winter. I knew I was going to love watching this kid play, John. I just didn't know how much. 24 points, 11 rebounds for Winter. The 7-footer, very agile, good on both ends.
And Rhodey, credit him, he had the courage to throw that pass.
Yeah.
You know, that's tough. Clock winding down. It's a tie ball game, and Rhodey, the veteran that he is, he has 6 points in the game, 4 assists. He's second in assist leaders for Wisconsin. He throws a dime to the big, rolling to the basket.
Look at those 2 free throws. Ice water going through the veins of Nolan Winter. 2-point lead, Wisconsin on the road. A minute 47 to play here at historic Assembly Hall. Indiana basketball going to our left. DeVries, left of the lane, backing in on the smaller Carrington. DeVries, jump pass down low, and it's deflected. And into the hands of Alexis. 7 to shoot. Indiana looking for Wilkerson. Wilkerson going to be a late clock shot. Wilkerson missed it on the left side. Rebound Wisconsin with a minute 20 to go. Indiana never got a good look.
Wilkerson had the pass to Enright wide open in the corner. He chose to continue to drive it. Looking for contact, never got the whistle.
1:05 to go. Wisconsin bleeding clock. Boyd between the rings, looking up at the shot clock at 5, at 4, in the trees, bottled up and fouled on a reach in with 3 seconds on the shot clock. All he was doing was going to be a kick out pass. Just a bad foul by Indiana.
Bad foul, unfortunate circumstance there. Like you said, Boyd was not a threat. The defense stopped. He was fading from the basket, making a pass in the opposite direction of the basket. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and the reach comes.
You had a desperation 3 at best coming up for Wisconsin. Boyd, the lefty, misses the first free throw. So it will be a one-possession game, make or miss. 76-74 with 56 seconds remaining in overtime.
Boyd's almost automatic. There was 85% elite play from the line. He missed it.
Second one. Nothing but the bottom of the net. It's 77-74 with 56 seconds to go. Indiana down by 3. Wilkerson across the timeline, left side. Behind the back dribble, now going to the right. Now taking it inside. Pivots. Nothing there. Kick out pass to Enright. And now Wilkerson gets it back. Blocked by Winter. Out of bounds, Indiana ball with 12 seconds to go. Winter is everywhere.
Just shadowing the ball, too. The entire possession right there. He just ate up the gaps, and he gets the block at the end.
And a timeout called with Indiana down by 3 with the ball. 38.1 on the clock, 12 on the shot clock. And a huge possession right here. You don't have to have a 3. Let's get that out of the way. You just need a bucket. You need points.
Plenty of time. 38 seconds. You're sitting on 2 timeouts. Yeah, you're right. Get something going to the basket. If the defense sucks in and collapses, kick out. Take the 3 if it's there, but with your feet set.
Brian Dancel, what do you have?
Guys, something really interesting here. Indiana has not scored a bucket since the 5:32 mark of the second half.
Wow.
Including on top of that, their last 6 points have all come from the charity stripe, and they've all been from Wilkerson.
So that's a drought, a field goal drought of nearly 10 minutes going back to regulation. Their offense has been choked a bit by this Wisconsin suffocating defense. Now Indiana's going to play it in from the baseline, left side. Man-to-man by the Badgers. Comes into end right, left wing. Up top, Wilkerson draws a lot of attention. Wilkerson driving in the lane. Wilkerson, clear path, left-handed layup, good. Wilkerson just sliced and diced his way to the bucket to make it a 1-point game. 77-76 Badgers, 30 seconds to go. Inbound pass, in backcourt, bottled up. Back to the baseline, and now left side to Blackwell, and Blackwell will cross the timeline. He'll draw a double team. Blackwell's trapped, finds Boyd. Boyd dribbling through the lane. Boyd just bleeding clock. Shot clock is off, and offensive foul! Offensive foul on Nick Boyd. Indiana ball.
How about the play by Enright on that? Sliding his feet, had the peace of mind to step in, take the contact, and Boyd extended the right arm. That was the right call.
Wow. What a crucial error on Nick Boyd, and to your point, another outstanding play by Connor Enright, who's like having a coach on the floor.
And Boyd was going away from the basket. He was 40 feet away. Right. He was trying to just burn clock and get fouled. Enright slides his feet, miraculously gets in front of him, squares the shoulders, and takes the hit.
Incredible opportunity for Indiana now. They were absolutely behind it in terms of opportunity. Now you've got a chance to win it, down by a point, 15.1 on the clock here in OT. It has to be Wilkerson with the touch, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In the last play, they ISO'd him. If you were to draw a string from rim to rim and split the court in half, that's where he caught the ball. Why do you want your best player to catch the ball there? It eliminates the help. There's no help. You're going right one-on-one, and that's what he did. He took it to the left, used the rim to protect himself. It was an easy 2. I think they're going to try to get him on the top of the key, eliminate the help.
This game has had a little bit of everything. 77-76, Wisconsin in search of its 9th conference win. They trailed for 39 minutes. They took the lead. And Indiana fought back to get it to OT. And now Indiana down by a point with the basketball. The Hoosiers do have 1 timeout remaining, each team in the double bonus. Wilkerson, number 3 in white, the best player, the number 2 scorer in the SEC, the Big Ten. First time I've done that all year. Wilkerson has 23 points and gets it in the backcourt. 12 seconds, crosses the timeline. 10 seconds, no ball screen, probes the right side, bobbles the basketball. 5 seconds, Wilkerson behind the back. Wilkerson loses his balance and gets the call as his back was to the bucket. He fell to the ground, desperation-like, and still got the foul with 2.8. Wow. He's guarded by Blackwell. We're watching it on replay. Oh, I don't know, John. I don't know.
Wilkerson's going to get the benefit of the whistle. He put the ball in his hands. You let him operate. I talked earlier in the game about as an offensive player, he initiates a lot of contact.
Yes.
He did that early on in that possession, and that may have saved him. It looked like a very clean defensive play, but because he forces so much contact, the referee in that situation, they're human. They're like, I got to call something.
Right. Blackwell does get his 5th foul, so he's done for the day. 2 free throws, and Indiana is sitting pretty. Wilkerson, 87% free throw shooter, and 6 for 6 today. extra delay. The referee bounces it over to him. Number 3 in white fires and hits. Tie ball game, 77-77. 2.8 on the clock and one more free throw to come.
And Mike Morgan's not walking through that door. I watched you drop 5 in a row right there yesterday after shoot-around.
A little more pressure here. Second one rattles in. 78-77. Timeout called by the Badgers. They'll have 2.8 to go. Again, it's not the NBA. You can't advance it. They got 2.8 to throw it in from the baseline. Now what do you draw?
And what a game, huh? It's just unbelievable. Back and forth. You hate to see anyone lose this one. It's going to sting whoever comes up on the wrong side of this. But for the Badgers, you got very minimal time. The first pass is the most crucial. I like hitting a back screener and then sending the back screener away from the basketball. Usually if you can, kind of like a decoy, you want all the action going one way. Your back screener then circles back out the opposite way. You get in there, get the ball in their hands right there with no help. You got 2.5 once you catch it and put it on to create something. But if you get in a congested pocket on ball side, it becomes very tough to drive.
You always think about Hill to Leitner on a play like this, don't you? I mean, if somehow you had Christian Leitner at that free throw line, catch it, take a dribble, turn and fire, that's easier said than done.
And in college, you can't advance the ball.
No.
That's the disadvantage. You got to throw Winter, maybe Winter getting the ball or a guard curling around the action, catching it on the run. But 2.8 is going to go real quick. If they can get a shot up, it's a win.
Brody, the inbounder, he will roam the baseline, left to right, looking, throws it in, caught, fire from 60 feet. It is off the backboard, no good. Indiana wins the game, 78-77 in overtime. Elation here in Bloomington on a dramatic game in which Indiana looked like they had it in the bag for 39 minutes. Then Wisconsin had the edge and the lead in overtime, but the Hoosiers will prevail, and another landmark win for Coach DeVries and this Hoosiers program, 78-77 in the overtime thriller. The Hoosiers are now 7-6, and the mighty Big Ten will have some closing thoughts and our player of the game when we come back. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Welcome to the Hat Rack Synergy System. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Hat Rack has treated over 1,200 professional athletes in his career, including Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Chris Jones, and Terrell Owens. Hat Rack Synergy Systems is a groundbreaking proprietary technique that has elevated Hat Rack's career to an unparalleled level.
After I get work done by Dr. Hat Rack, I feel like I'm back on top of my game. It's almost like I'm so much more in tune with my body to feel like I can go out there and run faster, jump higher, and perform at a better rate.
Hat Rack Synergy Systems is more than a technique or therapy. It's actually a complete system. That's why we work with athletes. They know that we know what we're talking about, and they trust us to get their body into shape and to move through that process.
Prepare for a paradigm shift that will revolutionize everything you thought you knew and discover body mechanics in a whole new way. Experience the Hat Rack Synergy System today.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Jameson with Nest Wild Mattress in Tupelo, Mississippi. Look, we get it. Mattress shopping is the worst. It's really confusing. There's a lot of options, and it's really hard to know what you're getting and what you need. That's why at Nest Wild, we only offer 2 options. So one thing that's common between both is they both ship quickly to your doorstep. They're 100% made in the USA. They're safe, fiberglass free, and you have a 99 night trial. This is a sleepy in bed, perfect for back and side sleepers. It's more of a medium leaning flush. It's great for shoulder, hip pains, more conforming.
The original foam is a bed that you sleep on. It's a medium, leans to firm. It's the universal bed. Stomach sleeper, back sleeper, side sleeper, works for you all. Lower back pain, hip issues. This bed's gonna help give that extra push. Make sure you're not hammocking, sinking down.
So guys, hope that helped break it down and make it even more simple for you. Remember, you're not gonna beat the quality, you're not gonna beat the price. Come shop with us at nestandwild.com.
Yeah, what he said.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference. when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week. Heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Well, easily over 15,000 fans filing out. Nobody left this game until the conclusion. Why would you? Hopefully you didn't leave us while you were listening. 78-77, Indiana wins it in overtime, and a game that had a whole lot of late game heroics, including from our player of the game, Lamar Wilkerson, who scored the final 12 points. That stat courtesy of our own Brian Dancel. The final 12 points for Lamar Wilkerson, who finished the game with 25 points, 4 rebounds, and in the day and age where some people think fundamentals are a lost art, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and many of those are with the game on the line. He is our Elite Media Network player of the game, Lamar Wilkerson, the senior. Jon Babul, some final thoughts.
I think defensively, that's where Indiana was able to win the game. They held the Badgers to 38% from the field. Play defense without fouling. That was the key to the game. Badgers 11 of 12 from the line, but the key there, that's 6 below what they average per game. That's 10 less attempts than they average per game. So defending without fouling was something the Hoosiers did. The magic number today was 80 points. The Badgers 14-0 when they get to 80. Right. They had 77. Yep. They had a chance for 80 in the win with the 3. They missed it. 80 was the number. Hoosiers win it.
Hoosiers win it by the narrowest of margins, 78-77. What a fun ride here at Assembly Hall in Bloomington. Coming up, the Elite Media Network post-game show with our own Brian Dancel back in studio. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. For Jon Babul, Mike Morgan saying so long for us. Brian will take you the rest of the way home. You're listening to Elite Media Network, your home for NCAA basketball.
Palm Casual Patio Furniture is ready to give the outdoor game day viewing space at your home the attention it needs. We are the factory. In business since 1979, our 30-day trial period assures customers they are getting the guarantees they deserve. Find us across the Southeast in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, and be sure to visit palmcasual.com for our full catalog and to contact a store near you. Palm Casual Patio Furniture. palmcasual.com.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new League Locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Are you looking to make an indelible impression on your guests with an extraordinary dining experience? Then choose Chef William Turner, whose culinary mastery and unique style will take your taste buds on a journey through Southern country roots, West African, native, and French cuisine. Make your mouth water. Visit ChefWilliamTurner.com. ChefWilliamTurner.com, a nationally recognized traveling chef. Chef William Turner, not just great, extraordinary.
Tomorrow on Elite Media Network, a Super Sunday battle in the Big Ten Conference, when the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines head to the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Big Ten leading Wolverines look to hold off their heated rival Buckeyes and high-scoring guard Bruce Thornton. It's the Elite Media Network College Basketball Game of the Week. Heard crystal clear on many of these same radio stations. Game on.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall on the campus of Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. Our final score in overtime, Indiana 78, Wisconsin 77. Let's get you caught up on a couple of scores that are currently ongoing in the top 25. Up the state in West Lafayette, number 12 Purdue is fending off Oregon 53-48. 8.5 minutes left in that contest. And over in the Big 12, number 7 Iowa State and Baylor knotted at 19. 10 minutes remaining in that one. 10 minutes remaining in that first half. A couple of games to keep an eye on later today. Number 1, Arizona takes their undefeated record up at 22-0. They will take on Oklahoma State at home. That game will tip off at 4 Eastern. And then the first of 2 games in the ACC between Duke and North Carolina occurs tonight, 6:30 Eastern, number 4 Duke at number 14 North Carolina. And then a huge one at the end of the night, 10:30 Eastern in the Big 12. Number 8 Houston is at number 16 BYU in Provo. Well, you just heard Mike and John give you their player of the game. That would be Lamar Wilkerson. Lamar averaging 23 points here in Big Ten Conference play. It looked like he was not going to get there, and I'm not sure if you heard the stat. Lamar closes out, scoring Indiana's last 12 points of the game. As they win by 1, Lamar finishes with 25 on the night. A couple of notables as well. Tucker DeVries, 16 points, 3 for 7 from beyond the three-point line. For Wisconsin, we did talk about their guard play. Nick Boyd ended up with 20. Rhodey was kind of quiet all night. He was 2 for 8 from three-point land for a total of 6 points. Nick Winter, the double-double machine, he finished with 26. A couple of the superlative numbers left in this one. Wisconsin goes on to shoot 38% on 27 of 71 shooting. Indiana, was basically their bread and butter all day. They had been shooting above 50% all day. They close out the game shooting 48% on 30 of 63 shooting. Three-point line, Indiana was not very good. They were 5 of 22 from beyond the three-point line, while Wisconsin, they used it to keep them in the game. They went 12 of 36 for 33%. Now, the rebounding in this, at one point, really was favoring Wisconsin. Again, probably another stat that was keeping them in the game. This finishes with 37 rebounds apiece, and on the offensive glass, Wisconsin with an advantage of 3, 14-11. What a game that we've just witnessed here from Assembly Hall. Once again, our final score. In overtime, Indiana 78 and Wisconsin 77. We would like to thank our crew for today, our great engineers, John Trauma and Jeremiah Bruckhart. The executive producer and host of Elite Media Network is Brian Dancel. And the CEO of Elite Media Network is Dean Douglas. Join us on most of these very same stations tomorrow, Super Sunday, as we head to Columbus for a huge matchup between number 2 Michigan and their arch rival Ohio State. For the rest of our college basketball schedule, visit EliteMediaNetwork.com. Once again, in overtime, Indiana squeaks this one out, 78-77. Now, for Mike Morgan and Jon Babul, I'm Brian Dancel. You've been listening to NCAA Basketball on Elite Media Network.